as we are all gathered here today, hello everybody, hello, and welcome back
Holy
again.
matrimony.
We're back again for another week of our lovely game, and we are totally as planned again. And this is the War for Wildemount, episode 4. So, when last we left off with our adventurers, they were on their way over to Nicodronas, a city in the Menagerie Coast, traveling from the city of Zadash. On their way over, they have pretty much experienced a quick and adventurous journey yet, until they had stumbled upon this caravan of people who were going also to Nicodronas, kind of fleeing the Empire in this time that is now war, that you guys had previously learned about. And you guys had noticed on the road traveling south, you had seen large groups of people traveling north, heading to the main capital city of Rexentrum, some of you think. And as you all continue, you had met up with this caravan who was attacked by these group of goblins. And after you had dispatched the goblins, drove them away, one of you discovering that they hold a necklace that is similar to the gnolls. And as they are moving over, and as you all are moving towards, I'm totally distracted right now. My dog's going crazy. Sorry. And as you guys had dispatched the goblins and had discovered that they were working with the gnolls, you all had met up with the people that you had rescued, meeting them, an old man named Ed, another old man named Oros, and a woman named Roseanne. And as you all had continued throughout the night, you guys had promised them, or had agreed to escort them to Nicodronas as well, and discovering that they were also going there. And while you guys were sleeping later that evening, Amari, during his watch, had found or had seen some shadows kind of moving about. And they were pretty hard to see, and before he could react, 2 arrows, not bolts, came striking at the tree that he's kind of leaning up next to right here. And as they hit the tree, 2 more arrows kind of fly out after he's screamed, after he has kind of yelled and has woken you all up. 2 more arrows fly out, and they are going towards you again, Amari.
Towards me?
Yes, this is their surprise attack, and then afterward,
I'll use my reaction to cast shield with my ring.
All right. You completely just you. It's a good thing you did that, because they both hit, and that would have been bad. But you have this kind of like blue ethereal, like barrier just like appear right in front of you, and the arrows just break on contact. And now that you guys are all awake, you guys can hear growling and howling as you hear more bushes rustle as these guys move in, and they get to right here and right here. right here. And you guys are also kind of... Amari, with your perception check, which was decent, after kind of noticing them, you're able to see more. And now, with that, will everybody please roll initiative?
Roll, middle roll.
It's hoping for a little higher.
Middle
All right,
roll.
not too bad.
It'll-
I have expected a lot worse.
I hate you all.
Oh,
Aw, feels bad.
ouch.
F.
Hold on, don't forget, I have
Yes,
I have
You
advantage.
have advantage?
Initiative.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yay! Middle roll.
It's perfect.
No, it's beds.
All right.
Happy.
And with that, as you guys are abruptly woken up in your slumber from Amari screaming, two more arrows fly towards you all. It is going to be one at Amari and then one at Nahon for disadvantage because he is on the ground.
I am prone, yes.
Yeah, you're prone. And so the one going towards you, Amari, you're able to see the arrow just kind of like whiz right by over your shoulder, just completely missing. And then Nahon, right when you were about to react to Amari's words, right in front of you, you just see an arrow just like hit the ground at an angle, looking kind of like it came from left of you, kind of going this way.
All right.
And you look over and you see those enemies in the bushes. And yeah, they both fired. And with that, Nahon, it is your turn.
All right. Do I see where exactly they are?
Yes, you're able, with your dark vision, you're able to see it. With everybody else who doesn't have dark vision, they have to roll a perception to see those archers.
All right. Nahon will kind of, just kind of like gripping the ground for a second. He just kind of seems to pull himself out of his bedroll and skip to a knee. I have the athlete feat, so it only costs me 5 movement. And are they more than 30 feet away?
Yep.
Oh, they're. Oh no, they might not be. 30 feet up. 40. Ugh, fine.
35. Don't you have 40?
Not with the weapon I'm planning to use.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yep. As one just kind of pushes to his feet, steps forward, and the little wrist crossbow slips out of his sleeve, and he takes careful aim. I'm going to fire upon Zed's one.
All right. Go ahead, roll it.
Actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to. Sorry, insightful fighting. I'd like it to test its deception against my insight.
All right, go ahead. Make a roll. I rolled a 4. And you
Ooh.
rolled an 8, so it's perfect. You win.
Alright, so I take the shot. Holy!
Oh!
Wow.
What?
Heck yeah. All right, go ahead. Roll damage. Heck yeah.
Wow.
And it's double sneak attack. So 8 plus 7. What the
Rolls,
heck?
holy moly.
Sir.
So you, Nahon, you wake up in like instant with all of the reflexes that you have. Pull out you just kind of lunge forward with that forward momentum. You launch the wrist crossbow, and as it fires, it just like the knoll is just kind of rushing at you with its blade, or rushing at Darminicus with its blade at that side, about to strike, and you just hit it straight in the eye, and the head just kicks back, and its legs fly up from underneath him, and he just collapses with this forward momentum and just rolls.
No one scales as he reloads
He's
his
dead.
crossbow.
You fucking one-shotted.
No one just reloads his crossbow. Your hubris will be the end of you. That is it.
Wow,
I'm done.
that's so cool. You took him out in one shot. Okay,
Awesome.
Darminicus, you just kind of look over right at the last second when the knoll was just falling over.
Oh, good
Is that
shot.
right? Just keep your focus. Thank you.
All right, good shot.
You see the others kind of rushing out of the bushes, and they're just like gnarling with their blades out.
My position. I am right now prone, like Nahun, or am I?
Yeah, you're prone. So
Okay.
you'd expend half your movement to get up.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, for that, I would get up, and then I was sort of looking in the sense like, it's like, Nahun, are there any archers? Or is it just the front line?
Sorry. They are in the underbrush.
Shoot. I guess I will have to
Ugh.
make that perception check to see.
Yes, you'll have to make the
All
perception check.
Will I need to face a general direction, or is this just a?
No, just go ahead and roll it. And you kind of look around all of 360.
That one is definitely looking this way, if that helps.
Yeah, you're able to see this guy and this guy. You're not able to see these people up here, though.
Dang it! Got targets in the south. And then I would use Sorry, give me a second. I'm going to use my my longbow on the furthest target, which will be that one there.
All right,
Do you
no problem.
be-
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be using.
Roll for attack. Yeah, you draw the bow back and you're able to just right when you see him, you release it and you just hit him straight in the chest, and he just turns around to the side, and you can see the arrow just going straight through him. He is dead. Wow.
Okay, and then with
That's a
the
one shot.
rest of my action, I would want to move towards the center of all of us. So it'll be they'll
All
be
right.
right there.
Okay. And as you go there, that ends your turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. This guy makes his way up. He runs straight up to the old man and the woman. And first he does is go and tries to stab the old man. Wow, he still missed. Even with advantage. What the heck? He rolled a 7 and then an 8. How can... God...
Good old days.
Hey.
You guys see the old man just like draws his blade right at the last second, and like the knoll just he kind of deflects it right at the perfect timing, and he just rolls over, and the next attack he's gonna go for his daughter. That one hit, and she gets hit for 9 points of damage. She gets stabbed straight in the chest and kind of shrieks. Kind of makes everybody kind of like cringe for a second. And Mayette, after hearing the woman yell and then seeing all of this go down, what do you do?
How dark is it, or how bright is it around us?
Oh, it's dark. It's the middle of the night.
It's very dark.
So,
Okay. Shit. I'm
You get a
gonna
dark vision, right?
I'm gonna reach around on the ground and find literally anything, like a stick or a rock,
yeah, there's little twigs and stones you just pick up.
All right. I'm gonna look around, just kind of feel around, be like, and then I'm just gonna mutter, and I'm gonna go shine, and then I'm gonna throw a light over here, unless he is that I can
Over where? Right here?
somewhere over there.
Right there? Okay,
Yep.
how big is the light?
It is a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
It's
20.
kind of like 40, but
20
Shit,
bright,
light.
20 dim, yeah.
20
Yep.
by 20.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, that's big. Okay.
Big light. So the humans
Big light, shiny light.
big shiny light.
Oh.
Gonna roll out of my my little cot. Yep, and just move slightly over there. Like stumble over a little bit, still kind of groggy. And then just kind of look around, kind of look. Oh shit, my bad. Then I'm going to just start like pulling up my feather, and I'm gonna cast spiritual on the
All
one
right.
that is attacking Rose.
Oh, right. And dang, where's your little bird? Probably somewhere.
Not
that I
paying
could've
attention.
Kept track of. 'Cause I'm a dang idiot.
What's the damage?
We don't know yet.
That hits though. No worries.
12 force.
Yeah, you almost freaking wrecked him. As you come in, and then the bird just like straight claws at his back, and he just rears in pain. Does that end your turn?
Yep, that's everything I.
All right. This guy is gonna run up to you, Amari. Seeing that you're up, he's gonna just go and try to stab you. Does a 19 hit?
yeah, even past my shield.
He stabs you for 5 damage, and he's gonna go in for another attack. 17.
That is my AC, so yeah.
Okay, 9 points of damage. So altogether, 14 points of damage. As he comes at you, horizontal slash, and then stabs you straight in the gut, kind of trying to throw you down almost, but doesn't have enough energy after the 2 slashes. And you just hear him kind of snicker. Lesia.
Alright, Lesia gets up in kind of one smooth motion, grabbing her sword, steps right up here, and in kind of the action of drawing her sword, drags her finger on the edge of the blade and activates her crimson.
Okay.
She takes 2 points of damage to herself. But now
Alright.
has the lightning blade, and then continuing the swing, tries to kill the gnoll that attacked her.
All right, go for attack. That just hits, and you
Terrifying.
come at him with this like kind of over. You stab or just slap.
This is more kind of like a draw slash, yeah.
Yeah, you draw the blade right at the same time as you slash, and you hit him, and he kind of like the lightning sparks, and it cuts into him as well, and he just grabs on the wound, and collapses, kind of looking like he froze right when he grabbed the wound. But you can tell he was electrified and couldn't move.
Alright, and then I finish my movement to get to about right here, and I look back at the other strands like, go to get healing for that. Quickly.
She just is like, all right, like stomach. She's bleeding bad.
Yeah.
And as you stand there, that guy's dead. Amari. Got a bad guy right in front of you.
Damn, I kind of messed up my plan. I'll cast. Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna kind of reel away from the pain. Amari's gonna kind of, like I said, just reel himself in general, and then say, "Lucem Iacula," and then activate his magic missile cantrip, and I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
All
So we get
right.
4 darts, I believe.
5.
All right. Go
5?
do it.
5.
Oh yeah, 2nd.
Bop, bop, bop.
Great. 1 more dart for each. Yeah, above 1st level. Okay. 5.
Let's see if you guys one-shot another one.
Okay, so 2, 3, 7, 11,
14.
14 damage.
He has 1 hit point left.
Sick.
But you just hit him instantly right in front of you, and he just explodes and just grabbing onto his chest. He coughs up a bunch of blood and just looks at you with just pure anger, almost also with looking at you with such ferocity. He does not look good as well. And does that end your turn?
I'm gonna haul ass this way. I'll take the opportunity attack. Mars just gonna start backpedaling as quickly as he can.
Okay. And this one is going to shoot at you, Lycia, since you're up in front.
Tight.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
You get shot straight in the shoulder for 4 points of damage. Excuse me, 6. Sorry, not 4. And as that is happening, the old man kind of like quickly gets up and, well, this is the turn that all of the NPCs will react. Oh, you moved away from that guy. Wait.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So
I
that
did
was
not.
one of
I
the
am
details
so.
we didn't
I am
do.
so sorry. Okay. Yeah, he will
like
roll an opportunity attack.
That's gonna happen.
What your AC is still 17?
No, it's a 12. But what did he
it's a
roll?
12.
I'll
14.
cast shield anyway.
Okay, yeah, you
off my
block
range.
it. The blue shield comes up again, right? It kind of it only appears right when something strikes, and he strikes against the shield and then just bounces off the energy. He looks angry now, and with that, this old man runs away in fear as well, just like trying to get away, and then the beast strikes at him, slashing him
It
across
only
the
has
back.
one reaction.
Yeah, you're right. It can only attack once. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Hmm.
And it just tries to attack him, and he's too quick. And then with the old man just looking at that knoll, he draws his blade and kind of puts it in the air, and he's like, "For honor and glory," and just puts the blade in front of him like an amateur and runs. And he's gonna try to attack him. He hits him. He just running with the blade in front of him. He runs at the knoll, and he just stabs him straight in the chest. Like the knoll had no reaction time and just like drops and falls over.
Knowles, wait.
And then the old man's like, "You demon, you bastard! I will end you!" He just whacks at it a few more times, just with like the less low energy hits that he has. You know, it doesn't. He's just patting the body, but the stab is good. Just like, "You
This man's
dastardly
ego
fiend!
You'll never
Dastard
hear the end of it.
This is Kaboom's new character, by the way.
Oh,
I wish.
dope.
And so he's just going ham. He's having a blast, and
Going in bayonet style. Holy moly.
You
And
know
with
his
that,
daughter is currently bleeding out next to
and with that bit.
Oh, I
these
forgot
guys-
to add +1 to all those magic missiles, so it would have killed him. But I forgot.
Oh.
I need to add.
Oh man,
It's
you
whatever.
that totally would have killed him.
It's whatever.
Very
Don't
much
deny
would
the
have.
old man his moment. Come on.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, it doesn't-
No.
yeah,
I thought
it
that was
doesn't
cool.
have
I
it.
just, I was reading
Sorry.
over the spell and I was like,
No,
that's
I
just
can-
odd.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see that it's only the D4s.
I just added it though for next time.
Yeah.
Dang,
Oh, will.
you're about to ruin my cool moment, man. I'm
Gave
just
an
kidding.
old man.
No.
I wanted that guy to kill him. I was like, that's a fucking old delusional
Yeah,
night, man.
1 health point. He
Mercy.
feels like he did all the work though right now.
Sure.
Let Dante
Yeah, I guess he
have
does.
his time.
Yes.
You can see that this is where I got my inspiration from was
Oh my god.
was from
Yes.
that. And you can see he's just trying to whack the head off with the blade, but he's just patting it with the backhand, the flat part.
I told you I'm a mighty warrior.
Oh god.
And he's having a blast, and
I was joking, Karun. I was joking.
Mayette, you get shot at. And Lesia, you again get shot at because you're the first one in front of their face. Both hit. Mayette, you get hit with 5 points of damage. Damn, Lesia, you get hit with 11 points of damage. As both arrows kind of sink straight in your it just hits your leg, kind of like right above your thigh. And Lesia, you get hit in the stomach. And with that, I'm gonna have them roll something real quick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they start to break. They're starting to fall back now. They realize this is not going their way, so they're dipping. And that kind of ends the combat session, unless you guys would like to shoot at them while they're running. Those
would
of you
like to
who
do
still have
something.
vision. All right, no worries. I will bring them back. So go
Amari's
ahead
gonna
Oh, it's only a small thing.
Amari's gonna stumble back. What is this? The cart here, by the way?
Yeah, it's the cart.
Alright, Amari's gonna like stumble back while like fumbling down, grabbing at the wounds that he had sustained, the blood that's trickling out over his robe. Back's gonna like bump him into the cart. He's gonna fall back onto his ass, and he's just gonna like be touching the slashes and stabs that he had received from the knoll. And just looking down at the blood, like just having a moment. He's freaking out.
All right. What Mahuna's gonna do is he's gonna rush back over to his pack, pull out one of the bolas strapped to it, start kind of like swinging and getting ready. Better now than never. And I'll throw it at this dude.
All right, go ahead and make the roll. What's the save that I have to make?
All right. I believe he said it was Dex save against. Why is it not showing up?
Is it like a 14 or something like that?
One moment. 12. No wait. No, not a 12. It's 13, I think.
13?
That's if
Okay.
this. Well, it does hit. Yeah. No. No.
12?
12. Why
12? Dex save the 12? Or is it?
It's against my dex, isn't it?
It's the dex of the thing itself. That's like what it's going off of. Like the actual thing. You can modify it to make the dex even higher.
It was 12. Okay. All right. Cool. I forgot. My bad.
But yeah, let me roll to see if he gets trapped, and he rolled a 19, but he still gets hurt. You hit him, and
Alright.
you can see he's stumbling now, but you hit him over side of the head. You just like cracked him over the head, and he kind of almost fell over.
What's this UI? Okay.
So seeing Nahon, kind of throw the bullets and knock him. I'm gonna go. Stop! Gonna cast hold person on the one down here to the southwest, running away.
Okay. Has to make a wisdom saving throw. All right. What is the DC on that?
14.
14. Rolled a 17. Fucking shit.
Of course. Of course.
It just keeps going.
Ah, well. Totally.
That one got away.
Mm,
Yeah,
What
I'm
about
just
the
gonna-
other two? Do you guys want to shoot them?
No, for me, I'm just gonna stick back
Far.
to Amari. And it's like, Amari, just stay down at the cart. Just making
Okay.
sure
Okay.
no arrows come by. And it's in itself me being like almost a shield to Amari. Because I don't know what's going on, so I'm just hovering over him.
Okay. No worries. The rest of you, are you guys keeping a lookout, keeping an eye out? Over this bright light that's just shining over the spot that you guys are in?
yeah. Kind of look back at Amari, look at Darminicus, nod, and try to just keep an eye out back and closer to them.
You can see Roseanne starting to try to crawl forward, holding her chest.
Xana, this way, come on.
She
Mayette!
crawls over again.
Oh. Oh. That's not that much blood. Worse? Okay. Oh. Alright. Lift up your shirt. Cover us? Jeez. Still being attacked. Where does it hurt, Roseanne? Other than everywhere, because I don't like that answer.
My chest, my stomach.
Okay.
It's in the chest, underneath the
Help.
underneath the rib.
Hold it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna just mutter under my breath a little bit. Her. Oh, it's pretty good.
I wonder what happened. Listen.
Hello.
Ah, hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
8 points of healing for her. And go look at Amari. Amari, are you okay?
He's just looking down at the bloodstained hands, his palms, where he had been trying to like apply pressure to the wound. No,
Okay, how much does it hurt?
a lot.
Okay, so you're saying you can't stand this much pain or you can stand this much
just
pain? I
fucking
need
heal
to know
me,
this
please.
question.
I just got stabbed.
The answer is no.
Alright, someone knock him out.
What?
Wait, what?
No,
Knock
Mario,
him
look at me.
out!
Mario, look at me. Look at me. And I sort
What?
of grab his head and
What?
just
Why
face
do you
my
have
way.
to? What do you mean? The
Yeah.
knock? What?
What are you doing to him anyway?
It's weird. I have to hurt you to heal you the most.
Can you just like strike him in the back or something? I don't know. Because I'm sort of forcing his head on towards me.
You just need to be
Yes.
unconscious.
He has 8 HP left.
What?
I don't think it's worth it, honestly. I know what you're doing, but I don't think it's
Fine. You want me to do it?
What? I mean, it's fine.
Why do I have to be unconscious? I don't.
I don't know how it works. It just works. Alright. You go. Mutter a little more. How fun when
At that, I just sort of let go of Amari's head. I'm
Like
like,
looking down and
what-
patting at the scars or like the where the wounds were. They started to kind of.
give me your robe, you big baby. I'll fix that up too.
sorry, Amari.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna dim the light so hopefully they don't all see us and shoot at us. Whereas we're all just sitting in the light.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? We always get attacked at night.
Seriously.
That's Lesia, you look okay?
Well, I was gonna use prestidigitation to kind of clean himself up.
She looks over and just. I am fine.
Okay.
Does, without showing as much emotion as she has. Just kind of
Alright.
walks over.
I think we should probably get out of here. Rosa, if you can get in the cart, or we can help you in the cart if you don't mind us, throwing your body in there.
I just need to rest. It
We
won't
can't
feel
stay.
good.
Yeah, that will happen after you get stabbed. So be careful, get in there, I suppose. My thing is still out there. I'm going to go retrieve it.
Come back safe.
Hmm. Grimaces and kind of draws his scimitars from his harness and just goes to walk.
Alright, you're gonna go get your bowl back.
Got my bola. Yep. Make a perception check while I'm at it.
Make a perception check.
Mhm.
Kind of look around.
After Mayette did some of those healings, I would look on Telesia and seeing how she's also badly hurt. I was like,
You can see she's like trying to calm down her anger
Yeah.
right now. Like she's just breathing heavily, just looking around, trying to keep an eye out at the same
Alright.
time. And yes, now you are able to find it right away and
Right.
pick it up.
Any sound in noise?
Yeah, with the 21, you're able to see the one that you were kind of throwing the ball at pretty far away, kind of right at the cusp of going out of your vision.
Right. I'm not chasing him.
You see it like look back, and right before it like goes into this other line of bush, out of the brush comes like 3 more gnolls, and you can see, and they all kind of like look in your direction.
I give him the
No.
finger.
They look at you like animals, not really sure what to do, but they're wearing armor and such, and they're a little shocked, and they take the gnoll and they go back into the brush line.
Noun turns and walks away.
All right.
here, and then I would place both my hands, actually just one hand, on Lesia's shoulders with my right hand. I don't know if that makes a difference, but it's like all right, Maya did some of the work already, the healing. I need to do you. I'm just gonna cast.
Not sure if she'll allow it, honestly.
Do it? She actually, yeah.
Yeah, she will. She won't say no. Pretty sure.
Yeah. She's hurt.
Yeah, she knows she's like Alicia knows she's not doing all right.
Okay. Oh wait, that's not what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to do this.
All right. Yeah, Alicia, you regain 8 points of health back. She looks over at you. Thank you. Just kind of continues to look, staying pretty silent.
Sorry, we just need everyone in.
And then you guys look over and you see Oros, kind of with all his pride, kind of like sitting there, and he leans on his sword. Yes, we dispatched them all. Those fiends. May they not trouble us again.
Certainly, I believe they may. There was only one hunting party. It seems that they are retreated and left with others.
Bad luck, though, to be attacked right after a goblin attack. Never would have happened in my days. Kind of like walks over.
How
To his
old
daughter.
are you?
Old enough.
I don't think you're that.
Now, He's starting to try to remember his age. I'm 76.
You're a child!
Ah, child, don't call me that.
I'm almost double your age.
Kennedy looks just a little shocked and a little like, kind of like, what the? Just
No, I'm
shakes his
kinda-
head.
Turns on a heel keeping watch, but he has like this fang grin on his face. He's not hiding it.
You guys see Ed just like, my back, oh my back, I need your help, my back. You can see he just has this giant slash in the back. Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't. He wasn't attacked.
He wasn't hurt.
I'm such a dummy. So he is totally fine. He's just kind of.
He might have thought he'd been hit in the back.
Yeah, he actually does think he was. He was like, ah, my hip, my back, I was hit. Help me.
You
Help
look
me.
physically okay. I don't think I can help emotional pain so much. That's not really my specialty.
Kind of like looks around, starts rolling around a little bit more.
I mean, maybe I can make you breakfast tomorrow. Would that make you feel better?
Yeah, I need a drink, damn it. Just
Oh.
rolls around.
Yeah, the one who used to carry all the alcohol is sadly not here anymore. She's gonna get very quiet.
Well, why not, damn it? God, you gotta have all that things with all these things happen.
He had a lot of plans.
Kind of starts hobbling a little bit.
Mario's gonna start pushing himself up off the ground. And
No one will help him.
he'll just stand up and say, "Thank you."
Hmm.
I feel like I need to sleep again. Goodness.
Once again, I suggest we do not stay here.
I agree. Perhaps we should move still. Finish out what night we have.
What is it roughly? Do you know anyone know what time it is roughly?
It's a little past midnight.
I'm not a fan of traveling at night. I mean, I can make the lights come back, but that would make us a pretty big target.
Hmm. Woodsby.
It disappeared right after the fight, correct?
Yeah, I
That's for a minute.
down. Yeah, I took it down.
Okay.
Well, some of us can see in the dark, so to say, but it is less risky, I think, than staying here. They seem scared, afraid, but I would not trust them to take another advantage of moments of weakness, so to speak.
Has anyone traveled these roads before? Is there a like a clearing or a cave or anything nearby we could maybe stop in like an hour or so?
I've traveled these roads many times before, but there's nothing like that I can remember. I don't think so. Is there?
Roll.
Where are we exactly?
intelligence.
Like in terms of
You're past the village of past Allfield.
yeah, we went through Allfield. Okay, so we're getting close to the border. But okay.
You went through Allfield and you're on the cusp of getting to Trostenwald.
Cool.
And then
Several
from
on the
that
intelligence.
you know it's like a day's away to the Wyun Gates.
Right.
And then like almost a day and a half from the Wyun Gates to Nicodronas.
Okay. And you said roll an intelligence check to see if I knew of any place.
Yeah. See if you've remembered anything on your way through. And yes, since you're Mr. Goddamn Smarty Pants, you you start thinking, and then kind of in the moment after regaining your breath and trying to calm down, thinking about the road, it like comes to you like in a photographic memory. You see this. It was actually this little abandoned shack that was off to the side of the road. It looked like a hunting lodge almost, and you had stumbled upon it on your way down, and you had stayed in it by yourself, and you'd known that they'd probably use it during the winter. Since it is not currently winter, it is free for use.
Okay.
You don't know if you can fit everybody in there, but it is a place.
It's okay.
All right.
Can you tell us something?
Yeah, my dad came in. Hold on.
Hmm.
Yeah. Amari, you see him standing there for a second. He starts he reaches his hand up, kind of taps his chin for a moment. Seems to be replaying visions in his head, and he says, yes, actually, there's a nearby hunting lodge that I stayed at previously when I was coming through here. That could be useful if we want to head that direction. It's not too far away. It's a place to stay. It's safe, at least. Undiscovered, as far as I know, it would be out of the way, and nobody would, I assume.
Would there be people there?
No, it's abandoned. As far as I could tell, I've been there before. It was run down, but it's a good place to stay for the night.
I think we have much choice.
Interesting. Any reason for it to be run down?
I have never known. I just know that I have stayed there before on the way to Nicodronas.
You know, it's,
I think we can make it work.
I agree. If I stayed there by myself, if that's any consolation, then there are what 9, 8 of us almost
it does help.
saving.
There is much safety in numbers.
I agree.
Smart lad. Smart lad. Well, take us there.
Sure, I'll lead the way.
Yes. Ed, you fool, get on the cart. Just like, yeah. He kind of looks to you all. Do you all mind helping my daughter? Which cart?
What did he say? Sorry?
I do not know which cart to put her in. Which do you all think would be best?
Looks over.
Yeah, I'm always looking at you.
I think perhaps the cat that we are with to keep her safe with us in case she needs more recovery.
Yes, please do. Yes.
Look down at her. Is she able to get in the car on her own?
No, she has to be carried. She's starting to not feel good.
Okay.
Unless Mayette healed her for 8 points, then she'd
did.
feel a lot better, actually. So yeah, she'd be okay. She would want to rest.
We got Roseanne, we got Amari, we got.
And he wants to keep her alive, and keeping them with you guys is better than with the less. So.
All right, then I will ride in this cart.
I'll ride with Amari for the moment, I suppose.
As I get up in there, I'm gonna take out a bit of witchwood from my pack there. Actually, the floating ribbons that go around me is gonna pull one out. I'm gonna pluck it off, and I'm gonna cast a small incantation, Natan Shalumina, and then 4 dancing lights will kind of float around. I'm gonna put 2 next to our cart and 2 back here next to theirs, and just shed like 10 foot of dim light. So it's a very faint light, but it's enough that we can see in general.
Pretty.
Hey, in place of Rosanna, do you want me to go in the other cart? Because I know Lesia will be on the horse.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea, just in case something else happens.
Of course. All right. Mari, we're on your lead, all right? We'll be behind you.
Thank you.
All right. And I get into the other cart.
Right. And when you get in, Oros just looks at you and says, "Onward!" Yes.
One is missing.
Man's kind of looking back and forth, goes, "Ah!"
You don't have to. There's still room in the other cart. Before she jumps in.
Fine.
If you insist, since you insist.
You see Ed just kind of mumbling to himself, "Goddamn, going in the middle of the night, goddamn, and attack my nose. Damn it, God. Bullshit."
Mari's gonna raise the reins and lightly slap them down. I want to get in like a walking pace. I don't want to move much faster than that. Just something
Shoom.
just kind of yeah. Oh God, I don't know how to drive. No,
All right.
Yeah.
You,
Just a nice
you're
steady
able to
pace.
you lead everybody in the nice steady pace, and
Ron just looks back. He's like, "Oh shit, we forgot to pick the pockets."
It
Well,
should be okay.
if you guys wanted to do that real quick, you can. The people who wanted to just roll an investigation.
Yeah.
Just
Rewind.
to see what there was on them. I totally don't mind.
Alright.
No, you messed up. You don't get your loot.
Alright, it seems that Leslie is checking as well. I do.
Unless
Well,
you
he
roll
messed
a nat one. Damn.
Seems Leslie
He's
is
got something
rolling
in
as
his eyes.
well.
Mahone, you were very distracted while you were trying
Yes.
to search around and such,
Leslie, would like to check for loot.
trying to keep everybody in a line. And no problem.
I don't know what a stat is.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
That isn't that one.
I am now Lycia. I guess I must roll to investigate.
Decent.
A 14. Leslie and Darminicus, you both find no, you're able to find just like the simple weapons and such.
Hmm.
But Darminicus and Lycia, they both find at least 50 silver within all of them, and their armor seems to look in better condition, like it's recent too, like it was recently taken. You two can gather as well. But other than that, Darminicus, you do find a necklace, and I don't know who has the first one. But whoever has the first one, I think
it
it's
was Leslia. We checked from the first fight.
Leslia would have shown Darminicus that the necklaces are matched, from the goblin one that she had taken earlier.
You know this is some scary shit.
Might mean something else.
Hmm.
Must be careful.
First the magic, the armor, now the weapons. Jeez Louise.
Seems they are arming themselves quite well.
Or is someone arming them?
Hmm.
They are getting bold.
Ready.
Alright. I'm ready.
Hmm.
All right. And you all set off.
Yep.
Amara, you knew that it was about like 2 miles or so away from here. So it was another hour or an hour and a half travel for you all to get to this location here.
Okay. And as we, is there any problem getting there, or do we just kind of
No,
see it off?
there's no problem.
Mari will kind of point it out as it's off the road and start turning the carts in that direction, and then idle up to the like the front of the building, and then kill the dancing lights. So it just and then it goes dark again. This is it, I believe. As far as I can remember, it doesn't look much different than last time.
Alright, Moan's gonna hop out and do a quick stealth toward the door and just kind of sneak up and push the door open, see if anyone's in there, be a little more tactical about it than he usually is. Just in case, who knows.
Thought I had that ready, but I deleted the map just recently, so fuck. But yeah, you guys go up, and now when you blast the door down, you make your way through. Make a perception roll.
Ooh.
24.
You look around. Everything seems very dry, bare bone, and empty, other than like furniture and such. Like one cot for a bed, and there's just no stuff on it other than some straw. There is everything, and the shelves and cabinets seem to be empty, and the walls seem empty as well. It's very just like you come in and fill the space yourself.
Does it look abandoned?
Yes, it looks abandoned.
Hmm.
You looking around. There's sign of dust collected and such. None of it has been shifted other than what you have moved.
Alright, we're killer.
Amari's gonna look over to Roseanne and say, do you need help getting out of the cart, or are you okay?
You look at who's Roseanne?
Roseanne.
I should be okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Though.
Of course, if you need me, just say so.
She gives a nod. And
Amari
Let's see.
slide out of the cart. Fine.
Lecia stands outside, just sits on there's like a wooden bench that's made from a log, like a half log cut open or cut in half, and she just sits out in front of it, just begins to just rest up and keep an eye out as well.
Reds, how big is this cabin, this shed?
It's probably about 12 feet by 8 feet. It's not that big.
Okay. Just for kicks, what's the height of it? It's just one floor, right? Obviously.
Mm-hmm. The height of it is probably about 6 feet, so it is very tiny.
Just wondering. All right, thank you.
No worries. Yeah, it is all wooden. There's like moss on the top of it and such. Moss all around. It's kind of like blending in. The cabin itself blends in with the environment very nicely.
It is a bit cozier than the places I've been, isn't it?
Amari, I know you've been here by yourself, but how many people are we looking at here for this thing?
How many people could sleep in there, or what?
Yeah. Just
Well, if we take our general supplies in there, I assume there's enough room to fit all of us. It may be a little uncomfortable, but it's a lot safer than sleeping in the middle of a forest.
yeah.
My
true.
opinion.
Yeah, we'll go check. We'll go check.
Of course. I'm going to do something out here, if that's okay.
All right.
Alright.
Can fit everybody but one person. One person has to stay out.
Okay.
I imagine Leslie volunteers.
Yes, she did.
I did.
Oh, the power!
I'm
Not
still
quite.
on my phone. The storm's quieted down a bit, though.
It's alright.
Oh,
Good to hear.
I hope it goes just fine.
I will stay out.
Well, if you insist, but I've made a habit of it. There's no issue to me as well.
All right, let's just get everyone in then.
I will be.
Alright.
Alright, and you all rest up in the inside of this cabin.
Well, real quick, Amari, I wanted
Yes.
Amari to kind of linger outside for a little bit.
No worries.
And he's just gonna like stand there next to the carts, or sit at the back of one and just look up at the night sky. Can you just what does that look like in general, and where we are? The scenery.
The mountains are starting to get taller as you guys are getting closer, and it almost seems that they are the ones touching the sky. The stars, you can see everything. It is super bright, and it's glowing the sky. In the middle of this little area that you're in, it is very peaceful and calm. It's kind of near the lake, and out in the distance you can see the stars kind of reflect off of it as well. And it makes this really cool effect when you're looking out in the distance.
Okay. After a few minutes of just looking out at the night sky, Amari will slide off the back of the cart there, and he'll turn around and start making his way towards the house. And then he's gonna pause in front of the house and look up at it and just kind of study it for a moment, the wood that it's there, just the general shape and whatnot. He's just gonna think for a moment. An idea pops in his head, and then he's gonna look down at the ground. Is there any relatively smooth looking stones on the ground, perhaps, or anything like that?
Make an investigation check to see if you can find one. Because there'd be stones.
Right.
And find 2 or 3 of them.
Okay, I'll pick up like the one that looks like it might be the smoothest out of the 3, and then I'll look over it for a second, flip it over, kind of dust off some of the dirt that may be on the back, and then stuff it away in my satchel. I make my way into the house.
You make your way inside, and everybody seems pretty packed in and ready to go to sleep. And with the rest of the night ahead, does anybody else do anything?
I'm just gonna sleep nearest the closest window in order to keep an eye out for flickering shadows, anything about, in case anything happens.
This is a hunting camp, right?
Yes.
Are there any like bear traps and things?
No. There's nothing like that. There's no supplies or anything.
So the place was cleaned out.
In that case, Leslie's gonna try to fashion some makeshift like traps will make noise if things approach, basically, because she's basically out sleeping out with no. So she's gonna do.
Do you have a tinkerer's set?
No. Can I make like a survival check, kind of like improvise?
Sure. Why not?
It could be a disadvantage. That's so.
No, that's okay. You've probably done it before, improvised. Being in the wild and such. I would give it somebody disadvantage if it was like Amari, because he does not have survival skills.
Yeah, it is true.
Oh. I have to
Yeah.
roll it myself.
Yeah, I'm still not.
I was waiting just like, what? Get on it. What are you doing?
The power is still out.
The entire time I'm talking to myself about all that.
It was just
Well.
really loud.
That was a nat 1.
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay. There was.
It's gonna kind of poke around.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Trying to create traps. There is not much to work.
I think I can pull out my feather. I'm just gonna go. Watch her. I'll be inside.
The bird just like gives his feathers, making it like, all puffy around the head, and just gives a nod. Starts bouncing around the edge of the house and looking down at you, Leslie, tilting its head.
I kind of stare at the bird for a bit, then give it a nod, and kind of get comfortable.
It almost looks like it subtly nods to you back. And that is that it? Or as if that is it, then you all go
Yes.
to sleep.
I'm good.
With the rest that you all can muster up, and you guys get the rest of the night. The rest of the long night, or the rest of the long rest, excuse me. Waking up a little later during the day, around like, you'd say, almost not afternoon, but almost in the afternoon. Wake up a little sore and bruised, some of you, and a little sore as well from the sleeping arrangements. But other than that, you all are all rested, full health, and the day is nice and bright. The air is nice and cool. The birds are chirping, and the trees are kind of moving along with the breeze. But you look out, and it is a good portion of it is starting to become open fields to Trossenwald until you, Well, it's like very wide open until you start seeing the edges of the village, because you can kind of start seeing the start of it near the lake, but um, that's about it. It is all just in wide open grassland.
Oh, bloody. Is everyone good? Everyone okay?
Yes, I'm doing alright. Kind of look over to Roseanne and Amari. They got injured.
Amari is sitting currently with his back up against the wall, and he's looking down at that rock that he had found the night before the stone. He's just kind of like running his thumb over the top of it. It seems just like he's just sitting there waiting for everybody else to wake up.
All right.
Leslie is already up and getting everything ready to go. Her arrow wounds have already sealed up.
Well, someone's an early bird. Ugh.
Ugh, where's breakfast? Oh, wait, right. Hang on. Let me go find it. Gonna pull out a little stick, and then just kind of mutter a little bit and be like, "Food." And then I'm gonna cast locate object on any food that's around, like berries or fish or anything edible things.
You cast locate object on food and such, and you're getting a big ping on the river that you're like just 2 miles or 3 miles away from.
Also, probably the cart, because it has all our food in it.
And the cart as well. You start getting a ping, the cart has just like brighten up. It's just lighting up, I mean. But guys, I have to make an emergency restroom break. I am terribly sorry. I will be right
I
back.
need to go pee too.
We can call a quick break right here and then continue. I am
Let's do
terribly
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe
But as
the
you
power
guys
will
are,
come back.
yeah, and as you guys
Yeah,
are
hopefully.
preparing for a meal, this is when we'll take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. I am terribly sorry about this,
Sounds good.
but we'll continue in just a moment. And welcome back, everybody. We are back from our little break, our little restroom break. And as we are back, we start with the morning. Everybody has rested up, gotten their health points back up, except for, I don't know about you, Leslie. I don't know if you stayed up all night or such. What did you do?
No, I slept.
Okay. Yes, you go ahead and regain all your health points and such.
How will that be done?
I'm gonna do that. But what would you guys like to do?
Well, Leslie already got up and was getting the cart ready. Waiting for the others to get up. I think Mayette said something about getting, but there's tons of cart, so.
No one is being lazier than usual today. Kind of gets up a little more slowly. Takes his time as he watches the others get ready. But he does eventually.
Right.
Gonna poke around and look for wild herbs. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Do you go ahead and make a nature check?
Hey,
Yeah, you are able to look around and you find some fresh basil that's just been growing around and such, and mint as well.
I would want to. Sorry. Sorry. Are you done?
No,
Mayette?
go ahead.
Oh,
I'm just-
sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
For Darminicus, I guess my sort of primary objective would be just checking up on the other three. Just whenever they do wake up. If they're not up yet, then I'll just sort of just stay within the cabin.
Yeah, they would have woken up and gotten ready, and would be Ed and Roseanne would be out packing, and Oros would be shining his armor and putting it on and kind of looking at himself in the mirror and such.
Since I would have been indoors, I guess I would talk to Oros first. Just like, you've had a good sleep.
Please just
Sorry.
drop it. Smell the mold all through the night.
That was a bold move you did yesterday.
This is nothing for Oros the Falcon. I'm a wonderful knight and a master bladesman.
Well, I'm gonna go check around the others, so we might just move ourselves now and just get ourselves as soon as possible to Nicodronas.
Aha! The sooner we head to Nicodronas, he draws his blade and kind of starts walking out the door. The sooner to the coast,
Oh boy.
and then paradise. Yes. Continues.
If he's walking out, then I sort of follow him out and
Oh God.
find.
He walks out.
Roseanne.
Roseanne's just like, Father, get out, wench! I'm off for an adventure. He kind of walks and he starts to stumble a little bit as well.
And then I I walk up to Roseanne and I was like, "Do you just call you?"
No! Stop him! He's gonna keep on walking
What?
if you don't
Oh
stop him.
shit! I sort of chase him down. Then
No one's just gonna walk.
hold on. Nicodronas is that direction.
Roseanne kind of tries to catch up, and you stop him. He's like, I have to keep going. Why do you stop me?
Because
No one stops. Oros the Falcon.
it's not that direction.
Kind of looks at you very confused. I know that. And starts heading the opposite direction.
So, all right. Here.
But may I have overheard any?
Yeah,
like, right
everybody
outside
would
picking
kind
thing?
of hear.
She's gonna
Roseanne-
kind of
Oops, sorry.
whatever she was holding. She's gonna just like stand up and just like drop everything. Her eyes are just gonna glow black. She's gonna turn and stare at this man.
Oh, a suggestion. How about you march yourself with your sword on the cart? As I'm still trying to chase him down a bit.
Yes, Father. Yes. Just come. Let's not go that way. Come on. Yeah, he looks very confused, like and he starts looking at you two. It almost looks like he's forgotten you both, and he looks a little upset, a little frustrated, and then he's just kind of he wants to continue, but he doesn't want to do. He's just standing there and next to you, Darminicus. Do you wish to challenge my honor?
I do not wish to challenge anything.
Do you?
I suggest you should challenge yourself. Sit down, take a moment, and challenge yourself.
Roll a
For your own
persuasion
honor.
check.
All right.
He looks so confused.
Oh no.
He looks you in the eyes, kind of like like the sword in hand. He just sheaths it, just a little frustrated and trying to breathe. He sits down, he starts like wincing and getting mad at himself. You can see.
I know you're looking for action, but in my line of work, my honor is in patience. Let's come back to the cart.
Fine. Just with reluctance, he follows.
Owen is just gonna approach behind Mayette and just pat her on the shoulder. Doesn't say anything.
Oh,
And Roseanne,
Roseanne.
she comes to you, Darminicus, and looks to you and kind of quietly whispers, "Thank you so
Oh.
much." And takes him in. Her father looks at her. "Oh, wench, take me to the cart. This man took me off."
Oh boy.
She just is like, "Yes, sir." Just continues.
I'm gonna move my way back towards packing up as well. And if there's some efforts to it, then I'll do.
Okay. Yeah, you.
Mayette's
start
claws
pecking
are now
up.
like digging into her hands, like leaving little blood marks. Like her fists are just clenched that tight, staring at him.
No one just rests a hand on her shoulder. Just trying to make you aware that he's there. Trying to be a little bit of a presence, I guess.
Anything else from you all, Amari?
Amari probably would have come out around the time that that whole ordeal would have taken place. He's just been inside. He was inside, kind of walking around, casing he's just walking around, casing the entire room, as if he's taking in like mental diagrams and whatnot, calculations and that type of stuff. But he's gonna make his way out as everybody's making their way towards the carts to pack up and get ready to go. And he's gonna make his way to the back of one of the carts and climb in, sit down on the edge there. He's just gonna relax and wait for the journey to resume.
All right. Anybody else?
No one gets on the cart as soon as Mayette shows signs of not wanting to kill the old man.
Unclench her fists a little bit. Just walk over to the other cart that Oros is not in. Just like climb in and just stare at him the entire time.
No one just gets up across from her.
All right. You all get your respective areas and continue the ride. You all pass through Troston walls throughout the day, and as you're passing by, do you guys wish to buy any supplies or get anything, or stop at the inn?
Yes, I would like to buy. I want to buy like 10 rations, if that's okay.
No problem, sir. About 2 silver a ration.
How are we doing?
On what, sorry?
Mayette needs 15 rations.
How are we doing on rations? You said.
Mayette needs 15 rations. She's no.
There's
let's see, you cut out.
There's 40 rations in the cart.
40.
Okay. Shit. Oh, there was something else I needed to buy.
5 silver apiece, was it?
It was 2 silver for each ration.
2 silver.
2. Okay. I'll buy 5 of them.
All right.
I'm just gonna grab 10 from if at the same time as well.
All right.
Just
no
just
worries.
cause, just to have it on.
So 2 silver a ration for
Alright.
you as well.
How are we doing on food for the horses?
You guys should be okay because you have like still maybe weeks of rations worth for the horses in the cart still.
And about how? Okay. In that case, hold off on that. Do we want to sell off the armor and weapons we've picked up from the gnolls?
Oh, that's a good
over
point.
here?
Yes. That was
Let's do
one of the
that.
things.
That's
My
a good
list.
point.
Looking through my list. I had things I
Okay.
wanted to do.
Did you guys remember how much stuff in each did you want to sell?
I don't remember the
Uh,
weapons you told us about from the last
I
Knolls, but
think
And
it was
however
like
many armor
it was
sets
like
we picked
four
up.
of them from the last one, and
Hmm.
4 sets of armor, and the armor is leather to studded leather.
Yeah, we'll sell that off.
yeah.
Okay. All together for all of that, they would have asked for about 18 gold.
Red, you, add the gold to my sheet.
Yes.
Would that be spread among us, or?
Yeah,
want-
I'd split.
Okay, you split the 18 gold among everybody.
Is there a jeweler in the town, by the way?
Not in trust. No.
Well, in that same shop, Nohan is going to pull a rapier out of his player inventory space and try to sell it.
What are you trying to sell again? I'm sorry.
A rapier.
A rapier. Okay. Yeah, they would have taken it for about 5 gold.
Sounds good.
Since it is used, but everybody would have gotten 3 gold from that out of the 18 gold. And with that, and you all buy the rations.
How much feed? Yeah, how much feed did we have for the animal?
For like a week now, you guys have a week's worth of feed. So altogether, I think it would be like 10 rations for the animals. You guys wish to buy more? It's a little cheaper.
We do
than
have enough to
normal
get to
rations.
Nicodronas, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Do prices tend to be higher or lower in big cities?
Depends on the area, honestly. You think that it would probably grain and stuff like that would be cheaper in Allfield than anything because that is where they produce it at. But outside of it, it would be a little more expensive.
It's hard to find a farm town for that.
Trustwald has
Maybe
decently
some-
priced. It'll be like 1 silver and 3 copper for each grain.
Does the grain go bad? So, like,
No,
so we don't have to worry about extra.
no, it'll be okay.
Yeah, we might as well pick up some now.
All right, no worries. So,
Trying to.
how much would you guys like?
Maybe another week. Just in case.
Okay.
Feed's not.
So it'd be about 7 silver. No, not 7 silver.
Is our wagon covered? Couldn't.
Yeah, both
It
are
is?
covered.
It
Okay,
can-
never.
Both are covered wagons. Excuse me.
That.
Covered wagons.
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 Yeah, I've got them wagons out over and over. Oh, there these wagons.
If it's okay with you, Big Red, throughout the day, I would like it if Amari could passively be like taking his like the tip of his finger, drawing very small like runes and whatnot, different shapes and everything on that stone that he has on one side. If that's okay.
Okay.
Just whenever they're stopped or there's nothing really going on, he'll take it out, kind of with the tip of his finger, just slowly draw the particular like different runes, like circles and other types of shapes as well.
Okay. It is 9 silver and 1 copper for the week's worth of feed. Who will take that?
Leslie will pay for it.
Okay. All right. In
Would
Lucky
there
for
be-
that.
Yeah, I mean it's looking. Would there be cook's utensils? Guess probably.
Yeah, you guys would have some. And but you notice that when you guys aren't eating and such, the Oros and the Falcons, they have proper stuff. They have more expensive everything.
How about herbalist? Is that something that's around?
Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat that.
An herbalism kit?
Yeah, they'll have that at the general store for about it would be about 15 gold.
No, I think I'll hold off on that. You know, I don't think there's anything else I really need. Is there anything for Cora?
What do you mean? Like
Like to like make Cora like faster or pull the cart easier? Like,
no, I don't think so. There's no new
What I
technology
thought.
around there.
There's barding. We wouldn't get it.
yeah.
It's also expensive.
It's expensive.
It is a purchase I will be making at some. Can't afford it right. Because it's whatever the armor costs times
4. You know, I think she's good.
Okay. Do you guys rest up in Trostenwald, since it took most of the day to get there? Or do you guys continue?
I'd say if it's nighttime, we should definitely just take an inn.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Just might as well
That
travel
is
during the
fine.
day.
All right.
We'll stay. Wouldn't it?
Yes.
I forget which inn it was exactly. Amari, did you write down the inn that you had
I
stayed
have it.
previously at? Okay.
At
Do you have it?
where? Trustwald?
Yeah.
The Boros
the
Ale.
old. It was the old Mud Hole Tavern.
Nicodronas was the Boros Ale.
Oh, Nicodronas? I thought you said Trustwald.
We're in Trostenwald.
Oh, just
Yeah.
old mud hole.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The old mud hole?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, you guys stayed there. And Amari, you look over at the same little spot, kind of like almost expecting the same meeting, and it brought you back almost, and the memories came flowing back as well when you walked through.
While we're in Trostwald, is Trostwald like a rather? Is it more like? I'm trying to think. Is it like a crime, like a does it have a lot of crime there? Would you say, like just based off of general knowledge? But I know Charleston Wald has, like traffic, like drugs or whatever, or gangs, or other types of crime like that. Or anything like that there?
Well, it says at least one thief in its rows now.
Yeah, they have some stuff, and if you kind of like notice a little bit of some shady fellows being in that tavern as well. When you
In
look
the
about.
tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is anybody else with me, or what?
Everybody in the party.
Well, never mind.
You're looking for drugs?
No.
Spice?
No.
All right. But you can see here, most people are drinking because the ale here in this town is the best in all of the empire. Or at least when people say it is the best. They have some of the best. You guys see this nice old dwarven lady that kind of greets you all in. You all purchase your beds, and it is 5 silver per bed.
Are there enough rooms for all of us? Are we gonna have to?
I heard knocking.
Come in.
Is there enough room for everyone then? Enough rooms?
Excuse me, sorry.
No worries.
Repeat that?
Is there enough rooms for everyone? I guess the
Yes.
idea is just having a single. Okay.
Well, actually, there is because there's only like about 9 rooms in total. You guys took 7 because Ed, Oros, and Roseanne are going to take all in one room and the larger room. So they take that and kind of go instantly up there. But Roseanne comes back down to kind of hang out in the bar room and have a drink.
You said everyone's down there right now?
Yeah, it depending on where
So I'll
you
accept
want to be.
table.
Yeah, you guys are sitting at the table. Roseanne's sitting at the bar.
Amari's gonna push his chair back and say, not to cause alarm or anything, but I'm going to go outside and get some fresh air, if that's okay.
What would it not be?
Just everything that's going on.
He's his loss,
Just
Amari will
watch
go ahead.
yourself.
Yes, of course, yes.
All right.
I'll be back soon. Don't worry. Amari's kind of like dip his head and then turn around and make his way out of the tavern.
All right.
And you know exactly what I'm looking for, Big Red.
Yes, sir. What is everybody else doing before I get back to Amari?
Lesia's currently checking them, seeing about how much we have.
I'm sorry. Repeat the checking. You were
Cut
checking
out.
what you were cutting out.
Oh, sorry. I'm checking the map to see how much left we have to travel.
Okay. You know that you have about 3 days left, and then you'd make it to Nicodronas.
Just one question on my end. Are the rooms double bedded or single?
There's only a few rooms that are multi-bed, but
Okay.
most are single.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
With that, everybody is just relaxing, enjoying food and drink. Amari, you go out and about the town. It's a kind of decently large town. Make an a perception roll. Takes you a while, but you start looking around and you spot an individual that kind of does an interaction with some other common folk in person as he kind of shuffles off quickly. And they kind of made the transaction that you've seen a few times before and have done yourself. But then he sits back up against the corner, and you can see that there's one other person with him, and they both see you kind of down the street, as nobody else is really kind of there or paying attention to them.
All right. Amari will kind of exhale, sort of laboredly, like he's nervous. He's gonna reach up and run his fingers through his hair and make his way in that direction. But he's not gonna go up like super close to them. I'm gonna stand about 10 feet away.
Okay.
That's okay.
Stand at your distance and...
Good evening.
How may I help you?
Well, actually, I'm looking for something. I don't know if it's located here, but it's worth a shot.
What are you looking for?
Papa's juice.
You can see the guy that you were talking to. He looked very skinny, and his face is kind of sunk in as well. Looks over to the other guy, and the other guy's a big dude, very large and muscular. Both look young.
Okay.
And when the guy looks over, he's like,
He wants Papa's juice.
Yes, I have coin. I'm just passing through the town today. Been having a few bad days. I would like something to help me.
He spits on the ground, looks over at you, kind of looks you up and down. And the big guy comes over, walks over to you, and now is in front of the skinny guy. And he's stepped 5 feet, kind of in front of you now.
It'll be about 30 gold tomorrow.
Of course. And Amari will kind of reach into his pocket and say, he'll pull out 60, actually, and give him 60 gold for like 2. How many doses would it be?
10.
10 a dose? Okay. So I'll buy 20 doses. That's okay.
Yeah, the skinny guy comes up and puts his hand out for the gold.
Drop the gold in his hand.
And then the big guy pulls out from in his shirt pocket, hands you 2 vials. They look at you, and the big guy just like shoos you away, crosses his arms.
Amari will tuck him away in like a inside pocket, and then he's gonna go down like a different alleyway, not the same way he came, but he's gonna turn and go down a different alleyway, and then make a few different loops around the city or different, ways before making his way back to the tavern.
All right, you make your way back, and everybody is still at the tavern. But while he was gone, does anybody do anything else? Because Ed comes back down and joins Roseanne.
Yes.
But that's about it.
So, Lesia got some food. And depending on how long Amari was gone after finished, she went up to
Okay. So Lesia went upstairs. Does anybody else do anything?
I guess
No.
I would. No, sorry.
Sorry. No one is just gonna stay down in the lobby until Amari comes back. That's it.
I guess for me, I was just going to go approach Roseanne and just sort of sit by and sort of try to start up a conversation. It's like, How do I even start this?
She would have started it by saying that I really appreciate you all helping us last night and helping us this journey. It means a lot.
Oh, no worries. Again,
Yeah, you're dang right. We'd be out there dead. You think? I don't even know.
well,
It's just sitting there, increasingly getting more drunk. You can see he's had like 3 tankards.
I've wished we could have been maybe a bit more sooner, but um, but Ed, you've been friends with Oros for some time, then?
Well, you're dang right. I've been friends with that fella for a near 30 years.
30 years, wow.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time. But then, I've been working for this here family for a good while too now.
We like to take care of people we call our own.
And have you two noticed the Oros's behavior?
Oh hell yeah, he's gone fucking nuts.
How long has that been going for? I sort of opened that question for both of them.
For about maybe 6 years or so. Yeah. He I think it was after mother died and my brother had kind of disappeared. After that, it kind of drove him nuts.
Why are you guys going to Nicodronas anyway? Just get. Oh yeah. Sorry, you said you wanted to get away, right?
That and a new start. We have friends there. Or my father has friends at least. My brother, he's a knight in this man's stead. Not man's stead, right? Not in a person's stead, but he is a knight for this lord that my father is friends with. His name's Lord Bacchus. That's who we're going to. Anybody who's proficient in history can roll a history check after Lord Bacchus.
Nope, not me.
Leslie, are you proficient? Nope.
I am not.
Also not there.
Nope.
That's true. All right.
Hmm.
Yep. And
Sounds interesting.
he's just my father's friend. I don't really know him too well, but my father says he owes us a favor, so we're going to him. She just starts taking a big sip from her tankard.
Well, I don't usually know these roads much like that, but I think it shouldn't be too long to get ourselves that way.
I hope nothing happens on the way over again. It's getting very, very stressful.
Here.
But again, I really appreciate it.
Oh, do it anytime. Family. Sometimes the only thing we really have. When everything is said and done, that's really all you got.
This is all I have, even though he drives me
Huh.
fucking nuts. I have to. He helped me. I have to help him. You know?
There's for a while I thought my brother was crazy too. But you learn to forgive and you learn to see ahead. That's all.
your brother had the same affliction?
It drove him to do actions in which I never loved. I did causes and things, but he was never like that. Again, sort of like not speaking ill, Roseanne, but I don't know. What is your last name, Ed? I know.
He looks over. Static. Ed Static.
Yeah.
I used to be a stable master for quite some time before I met Oros. I met him right before, a few years before that big war that he was in. There was a civil war. You know that?
Not that I heard of.
How old are you?
Me? I am 26.
Makes sense. Why you never heard? Unless your parents never said they knew of it.
No, I grew up in a small village in a forest.
War was out here most of the time. In fact, a big battle was just a few miles north. But that was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Kind of like sinks in just this like nostalgic look.
What happened to Oros during the war?
Oh, well, he was a damn near hero. We fought them off. They were fighting rebels. You can make you actually know of it. You've heard of it. 20 years ago there was a war, a civil war. It was very small. It lasted like 2 years, and there was not many skirmishes and conflicts through it, but other than one large battle, and they called it the Battle of the Lances, or the Battle of the Broken Lances. Excuse me. And it was against peasants and Crown's Guard who had defected from the Empire and had fought against them. And it had kind of created tensions with the southern half of the Empire and the northern half because they had conquered Zadash for the most part, not fully, but the rebellion was fought off, and they lost. The Empire itself lost a good total of men, but it was the northern, or I guess the northern part of the Empire was using the Menagerie Coast for aid during that battle, during that war. You know of that.
Don't like wars. I'm always so busy when they're going on.
That was a long time ago. Don't think
Not
none
that-
of that. Don't think none of that will happen again. Just war with them dang Jorhassians.
Why do you think they attacked? That there's new conflict happening.
Because they're goddamn jealous. Jealous that we have better land than they have. They ain't got shit.
Jorhashians, who are they, anyway?
Eastern folk. Dark elves. Bugbears. Hobgoblins. All manner of folk. Half-orcs.
Interesting.
Spits on the ground.
Think I've ever seen any of them.
see yourself a dark elf? You don't want to see none of these dark elves. They say they have magic.
Hmm.
Magic that you ain't never seen before. Magic that none of us has ever have. Magic that the Cerberus Assembly wish they could have.
What kind of magic?
When I heard they have magic, been very nature itself. Do things with force that can kill a man and crush anything in its path. That them goddamn beasts.
Well, then I pray that you never find yourself over there.
Oh hell no, I ain't going over the east. No one goes there. No humans go there. Tieflings. Yeah, you can go there.
I am looking for someone, but I don't know if she would have gone east. At least that been many years. She could be anywhere.
Well, if she went east, she is in a dangerous part of the world. I wouldn't go there.
I think she can handle herself.
Kind of sips his tankard, the rest of it, or he chugs the rest of it, sits down.
I'm off to bed. Thank you all again.
Kind of like, this is the first time he kind of like looks like he's very grateful. You know, he's showing gratitude as well. It's the first time you've seen him show gratitude.
Have a
really-
good rest.
Is everyone else still outside chasing after Oros?
I think Orsis went to bed.
You went to bed?
Yeah, he went to bed.
Okay.
And a good night to you, Ed. We'll see you in the morning.
Just gives a nod and heads on up. Roseanne looks over and says, well, I think I get some rest as well. Thank you all. I really mean it.
Thank
She gives
you.
a smile to everybody. And then heads on upstairs.
Kind of watches after her. Mayette, you just kind of hear him muttering from under his breath. Very little prick.
You're much kinder than me.
I think so. Yes. Outwardly, anyway.
Yeah. He reminds me of someone.
It reminds me of many people.
Yes. But
Somebody specific.
yeah. It's kind of an odd situation, you know. I didn't really have a normal family growing up, and well, being that close to to everyone in the Morrow Valley. You don't get a lot of tieflings, and the family I was with weren't really fond of. So he reminds me of. Well, he reminds me a lot of that. I don't even call him my father because he wasn't. No one who acts like that.
That I can understand. So you did forgive me, but did not live with the tieflings.
No, you're probably one of the only ever tieflings I've ever seen.
Hmm. Likewise. Yeah. Drugs. That seems like a very lonely life.
You have no idea.
I think I do.
Don't understand how Amari likes his books. Mm. You try being forced to spend half your life reading about things you don't believe in.
Hmm. Perhaps the difference is that he does believe in it. Whatever it may be. That, I suppose, would be pleasant, as opposed to irritating.
Suppose.
And with that, Amari, you enter the tavern. The tavern, you can see a few of your party members still awake at the bar.
I mean, do they see me? They face me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when the door opens, they would be able to notice you. There hasn't been that many people coming in and out.
All right. I'm gonna give them a pretty, just a simple wave, passing wave, and then continue upstairs.
No one is
No.
just, I was gonna get up. About time, we were looking for you. Do you have any idea what's happened?
What? Huh? They pause at the foot of the stairs.
I'm kidding, go to bed.
Oh gosh, all of you. Tricksters.
Sorry.
Mayette, and then now you. Yeah. Turn and make his way upstairs.
He's just grinning.
All right.
And when he gets up to his room, he's gonna take out one of the small vials that's given to him. He's gonna pop the tincture at the top, and then pull out some of the liquid. Open his mouth, raise his tongue, and then just drop one little droplet underneath his tongue. Cork it again, and then put it away.
You can feel all of the colors kind of just start going up in the hue. Wow!
I can feel colors.
Wow, it was close.
What
Wow,
the
that was. You can feel your body relax. You can feel euphoria kind of pass over. You feel very good. You feel calm. You start to think, and the colors and the hue of it starts to change, or it's not changing, but it's brighter. And as you're kind of laying down for a moment in just brief clarity, you seem like you feel like you lay there for an eternity, but in reality you lay there for just a minute, and you get up and you start looking at your books and everything starts traveling in your mind.
Amari's gonna take out his spell book, or he's gonna snap his fingers and turn alabaster into a spell book, and he's gonna flip it open and just journal different notes and pages and stuff like that he had taken before. And he's gonna take out his stone that he had, set it on the bed in front of him, and using different notes from the book, he's gonna go back and forth from the stone to the book. And he's gonna be drawing those inscriptions on the stone there.
Okay.
Different rooms and whatnot. And then after a while, he'll fall asleep.
Yeah, you do that for about 5 hours. And then you fall asleep. But as that is happening, and before you go to bed, does anybody else do anything at the bar before they go to bed?
I'm alright.
That'd be by me.
All right.
Finish up eating, finish up drinking, whatever, and just head to my room.
I would probably be the last one up, I imagine. Kind of look around the table. Give a sigh and get up himself. Go to bed.
You can see the dwarven lady right before you go up. She's like, "Hey, darling,
Hmm.
where's that dwarven fella you're all with?"
Oh, he had other plans, sadly. He had to leave us for a time.
Hmm. I missed that charming chap.
He was very amicable, yes. But he sadly found better things to do, yes.
Hmm. She gives a nod.
I wish him the best, and you as well.
Breakfast will be in the morning, and we'll have eggs and bacon.
Thank you. About what time, if I may ask? About,
As soon as the sun rises.
excellent. Thank
When
you.
the what does what?
As soon as the sun rises. What do you mean?
Too
Give-
early. Way.
Gives a laugh and heads upstairs.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Go
Do you all
upstairs.
go to bed? Kind of feeling and hearing that nice cool breeze pass throughout the valley that you guys are going through now, as it's getting a little more breezier. That and you can start smelling the trees kind of carrying the aroma of the forest around, and with the wonderful what's it called, aesthetic, you all wake up to another beautiful morning, except this time in a tavern. Much more comfortable. You guys got a much more comfortable night's rest as well, being in that bed this time. What would you all like to do?
Okay.
Lesia. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. Lesia spent pretty much as soon as she went upstairs meditating, so she's a lot calmer today. And she just, after getting everything ready, goes down and has breakfast.
All right.
We'll be down relatively early as well. Seems to be ready for breakfast.
Yeah, for me, it'll just really just be waking up and just head downstairs, just wear the clothes I have. Just
Those of you that
Chill
come
out,
down for
hang out.
breakfast, it is a buffet, and she has it all kind of like displayed out for everybody to grab and go. And everything was fine. Everything goes smooth with that. Mayette, you had a good night's rest.
Wow. In a row.
It was one of those rare nights.
Amari's gonna sleep in a little bit, and then after a little while, he's gonna wake up eventually, kind of gather his things. He's gonna go ahead and take another dose real quick. He's gonna pull out the tincture, drop a single dose underneath his tongue, and then kind of sit at the edge of his bed to kind of wait for it to start kicking in, and then reel himself, get up, and head downstairs to sit at the table with everybody else.
All right. You all see Amari enter, and after he grabs some food and sits down, he seems a lot more aware.
Yeah, he also has quite a bit of food on his plate as well.
Yeah.
He was just passively like plucking off pieces from it. And he also has a spell book on the table, and he's just like running his finger across the page before flipping over the next one every now and then. But he's focused on the spell book right now.
There more or less food than what?
Not possible.
Does it look like a lot of food for someone his size?
Yeah, actually, quite a bit.
Are you hungry?
Yes, actually, I don't know why. I just woke up. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I think I forgot to eat last night.
No, I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure we ate.
Well, I went out to get some fresh air, so I
You are
I
crazy
don't
distracted.
think.
Hmm.
By
Nine
the
said it.
way, for
Did
some
you
reason,
stay
I
up all
just
night reading?
no, not too long.
How
Just
long?
did a few. I went to bed around 1 or 2. Just did a few different things. Just,
What did you
researching.
do?
Just researching.
What research?
I don't know why you're being so prying today. What did you do last night?
I sat down here and then thought about my life choice, how family sucks.
Yes.
It was a fun night.
Great. And then I went to bed wondering if I was going to kill Leslie in my sleep or not. It's great times.
Sure.
You did not kill me in my sleep.
Oh,
Luck.
oh, great.
Could I
Not really. I am still here.
God, that got me. Could I probably like make a perception / insight check against Amara to see if he's answering these questions especially quickly or slowly compared?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an insight check to see.
That's what I'm doing. I'm poking it
Yeah,
out.
he is. He is answering them rather quickly. At least to my, he's like kind of snappy. And also, to note, it seems like he purposefully switched the situation back around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting the feeling that there's something a little weird happening. But other than that,
I'm just gonna get like right up to
it's
him, like
responsive.
put my nose on his nose and be like, "Do we need to have a talk upstairs?"
No, I don't believe so.
Again?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive. There is no need for that. Like I said, I went outside to get some fresh air. I walked around the town for some time, and then I came back. I didn't get a chance to eat, and I went upstairs and got lost in my work.
You're
It's
not
just how
thinking
some things
about
go.
leaving us, are you?
Why would I leave? Going to the same place.
Alright. Sit back down.
Plus, I need to meet Niles there. Yes, I need to give him what's in this bag.
It should only take about 3 more days to get there.
This is cool.
Oh, good to know.
Niles like clears his throat, looks back down at his book, and like every now and then reaches out to plug something off.
You have any coloring books
Me?
or fan book? You know, like plays or
I like to read about history, mostly.
boring.
When I was younger, I used to read fantasy books, but it's been some time. I like to know more or information. Knowledge can be as an effective weapon as a sword,
I don't use swords.
hammer, axe,
Don't use
your
hammers or
bird,
axes.
your bird's beak.
I know he passes out a lot, but does he watch any of us fight at all?
Well, he did just comment on the boat.
Okay, then.
Whatever that thing is.
It's a bird. What do you think it is?
I know it looks like a bird, but
That is one very dangerous bird. Seems to know exactly where to aim.
Don't does bird.
You have not trained it, have you?
How do you train a bird that just shows up randomly?
I don't know.
Well, there's a story my father used to say about how to train a dragon, but I just never believed that stuff.
The
Is that a book
dragon.
or
I
a
don't
play?
know. Well, I don't know. Stuff's good. I'm just constantly eating. This stuff's great. I wish we could like this every morning.
And I suppose if you found some spices in the next town, I could probably cook some stuff up for us.
Oh.
Lessia might actually be able to eat them, decently instead of just pieces of meat we find in the forest.
I can live off of that.
All right, I'll make a shopping list. Maybe we can get some spices.
That sounds decent.
Where
We
does
should
Niles
get
live?
going though, as soon as we are
Yeah.
ready.
Hmm.
Roseanne comes down and Oros last. Oros just has his armor grand and shined and polished, and he just walks down with all the pride that he has.
Did he actually polish it down, or?
Oh, so someone, watch the door. Or block the door if you can.
Oh.
I don't want him running out.
Alright. Gets up. Kind of steps towards the door, but kind of between him and the door, trying to make it look casual. Hey, sir, how are you today?
Quite nice today. It was a good day. Good day.
Had a good rest, yes. Mine was decent as well.
Indeed. I just wish to have some wonderful breakfast here.
Good. Well, seems the spot is set up right for you, so please.
Wonderful.
He kind of continues, and he seems to be acting very pleasant. And Roseanne looks over at you and kind of whispers, "He seems to be having a good day. So I hope he continues." She just looks very worried, but she looks a little relieved.
No one gives a tiny nod.
And,
Yeah.
All right. Everybody gets food, sits down, and starts eating for a little bit. As everybody finishes up, what would you guys like to do next?
Set out, I suppose.
Make our way out.
Yeah, I'm ready
Alright.
to head out.
You all start heading out. You travel for the rest of the day, get pretty close. Make a survival check. The person leading the pack.
I'm on the
Let's-
horse, so I think that's me. You'll still have to roll. Power's still out.
Take your guidance with you.
E4.
I'll roll a d4. So 17.
Nice.
She leads you off in a pretty good trail, and it is going very smoothly. And Lessia also finds a nice place for you guys to rest up before you get to the Wayun gates, but you can see the gates from where you guys are camping at, as you are camping near this cliffside and kind of near the edge of the forest. And as you guys rest up that night, do you want to hunt for any food for everybody, Darminicus?
Yeah, I can go on a hunt just before, because the whole idea is just that if we're camped out here, it's like, in his mind, he's like, this is the last time, or even beyond this point. I've never been beyond the Siri Green. I'm assuming this is what this is some of the Siri Green. Once we're beyond this point, this is new
Yeah.
forests, new jungles, and like, you know what? Maybe one last hunt through these through this area.
Yeah.
All right.
Leslie will help.
Okay.
Oh, it's one.
You will have advantage on your survival roll, sir, as you are out hunting with those two.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're able to find yourself a decent looking, almost, it is almost like a moose, but it seems to be, excuse me, it is a moose. It's just not full grown, but it's also like kind of another off species of moose. You know, it's not a full. It's not exactly it, but it's pretty
A
large.
meese.
A meese. But it's a pretty large animal with large antlers that kind of stretch out almost in a very offensive manner.
Do I still need to roll an attack like I did the other time?
Yes, sir. And let's see. I assume we'll hold an action to fire as well. So will you, Nahum?
Yes, I will.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. If Darminicus misses, yeah.
Holy shit.
All right.
I'm taking notes on Darminicus' lessons, and I'm going to aim for the head instead of the neck.
There
Same.
you go.
All right.
All right. Oh no, I left advantage on.
I mean, it hasn't taken. Wouldn't your like initiative thing?
Yeah, you're technically sneaking, so you'd have
Ah.
advantage on it.
Ah.
But well, don't you have something where you have advantage first shot when nobody has attacked?
Yeah, as long as the person doesn't, and as long as the creature hasn't moved its turn.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
that works because it hasn't moved. It just stays there, and you hit it straight in the chest, and it just rears back. Still not dead, but it starts to run, kind of like straight. It didn't know where the shot was, but it's not. It's kind of like parallel of you all. It's not running away, but it's running up the hill. You know.
Shit.
In that case, wouldn't my and Nahon's ready actions go off?
Yeah,
Yes.
you go first.
Let's see. It would
Okay.
shoot that. Yeah,
Ooh,
let's see it
nice.
straight shoots it in the same area where Darminicus shot at. Just putting it straight down, shot it straight in the heart, and it just collapsed with your crossbow bolt. You did 12 damage to it. Yeah, you put it out. And with that, you guys have, I'd say, almost another 40 rations of like all together meat that you can scavenge. But also, it depends. Roll a survival check, Darminicus, to like skin it to see how many rations you
Alright.
get.
We just need
Advantage?
some meat merchants.
Alright.
Yeah, will this be under normal or advantage?
If they're gonna help you, then you get advantage.
I'll help.
Yeah.
Alright, then.
I've done this
Yeah.
before.
I feel like Leslie knows how to skin a moose.
It's a meat.
Oh, sure.
Oh, whew. Wow.
Yeah,
That was close.
you're able to get the full 40 rations.
That was a nat 1 and a 19, by the way.
Well, I'm glad I helped.
So yeah, it's perfect.
Who's got the wagon?
The cart sheet should be editable by anyone. I was the one put it in last time, but I can't exactly do that right now. So
Yep, alright, I will.
No worries.
8 rations?
Maybe 40 moose. I don't know how you say
Oh, yes.
meese.
But it's a moose. Just call it a moose.
All right. I don't know if you want to
Or
make
just-
that distinction between venison and moose, but I don't know if you want to or not. But
Man.
Hey man, moose meat's delicious.
It's fantasy moose.
Fantasy moves.
it's a
Same as
foose.
venison.
It's a foose.
A foose.
as long as it's not spider moose.
Oh god, please.
No, it's not a spider moose. It might be a spider meese though. Sorry, that was a bad one.
That's okay, we forgive you.
I don't.
Fuck. All right. Yes, you all are able to skin and butcher the animal perfectly. Make your way over back to the camp where everybody is, and Ed looks at you coming back. Ed looks at you guys coming back. Well, I'll tell you, goddamn, that's the best thing hunting I've ever dang seen. Wow. You all come out and you come back with all this dang meat. Wow. You all deserve a drink, I tell you. Starts pouring like a little shot glass.
The man who knows my
handing
soul,
it to
but at least he has compliments.
You said a shot, right? This ain't no drug.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he'll pass it to everybody.
Oh.
But at least to
Lucia
you three.
refrains. Lucia does not have any.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Well, more for me. Just starts counting.
Yeah, then for me, I'm just getting flashbacks, and just not declines the drink.
What's wrong with you? You've never had moose before?
I mean, honestly, I have not.
You know.
Oh.
I have.
Delicious. To pick the salt. Very
And
good.
then Roseanne kind of goes over to you, Darminicus, and she's like, "Wow, that's really impressive."
Thank you. You know, my family were hunters, and I learned at a young age, and kept that skill ever since.
She like gives you a smile and a nod. It's very useful.
I hunt monsters. A moose is a little bit simpler.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't compare myself to these guys. They're all amazing. For me, it's just animals. That's all it is.
I cannot say I've done any better. Honestly, I'm surprised I could use this thing well.
Well, at least you all came back with something. And a lot of something, too. Wow.
This will keep us fed for a good while.
I hope.
A few weeks at least.
It seems good.
The three of them start heading up and going to rest. What do the rest of you all do?
I will take a watch, yes?
Yes, I suppose I will take another.
I'll take the last lot watch.
Better not
Okay.
fall asleep. Time you're on watch, something bad.
Well, that's why I want to be last in case if
I will join on that one then.
All right.
We'll need one more then. Amari?
Sure, I don't mind.
Mayette, yourself, perhaps? We can all get in on this.
I suppose. Yeah, I can do a watch too.
You have a watch. So everybody has watches? Really? And set?
Amari, you can be with me if you do not mind, yes?
Sure, that does not matter.
Who's the first one? Who's the first group? Go ahead and whoever the first group is, go ahead and roll perception.
Also moved out, so I guess that'd be Amari and me.
It's okay with me.
Yeah.
Derp. Yeah, you're human, so should I roll with advantage?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's why.
Keep an eye out. Other than seeing a few people come by on the road, traveling by going north, there is not much else happening. There is the nice bright star still guiding you all throughout the way. You can see the North Star is just really bright as well. But you hear and see nothing other than Ed really snoring extremely loud with his empty flask next to his body.
Mm. You know, you'd think people would flip out a little more if they saw a tiefling on the side of the road, yes?
Perhaps. Maybe the world is changing around, though, for the better.
Perhaps.
I'm surprised that we're not attracting everything in the forest with his snoring.
Perhaps we are.
Who knows? I hope not.
Hmm.
How have you been, Nahon?
I've been. Honestly, I will not lie, I'm so used to simply surviving that having more than that is a bit strange to me.
All of this does seem weird to me. It's like I can't quite explain it. Life seems to be. I don't know. It's not as the same as before. That's for sure. I don't know. But the quest around the mission, taking this to Niles, it all feels like it's connected somehow. But I can't quite put my finger on it.
I miss
What
you
is going to
guys.
happen? What is going to happen if we get there and he just takes it and we are done? What do we do then?
I have been thinking that as well. Yet I think the last thing we will do is separate.
I suppose. I hope not.
I do not think. Something just tells me, you know?
And Murray kind of nods his head. Just up and down slowly.
I see it almost like story. As if I am watching something that is meant to happen. Do you ever get that feeling?
Sometimes, yes. Especially when, I guess, certain events happens and you look back on them. I don't know.
I have not met many people who think that way, honestly.
Perhaps we were just smarter than the rest. You and me.
I do not feel very smart.
What do you mean? Your
Uh,
tactical mind is something extraordinary.
is nothing special. It is training, in all honesty. Surviving for months at a time. It does that.
Either way, it makes you capable. And that's what matters. You don't necessarily have to be smart to be useful.
No, that is very true.
Yes.
They say the pen is mightier than the sword, but the sword still has its place.
Yeah, it does, yes.
Perhaps where the pen cannot affect.
I mean, look at me, all I have is magic. What would I do without it? Suppose I'd have to learn how to use a sword, but look at me, the shape of a twig.
You can use a crossbow.
It's true, yes. I could use a crossbow.
That
But
said,
it just doesn't fit me, you know?
I think it fits you a lot more than throwing a ball of fire around, but I am not the judge of that.
I do what I must. I do what I must.
Does that tire you? I did not think it would for some reason, but
Magic?
yeah.
Ah, but yes, absolutely. I suppose it depends on how much you use it. When I was younger, it was very difficult, even to cast the simple flame in my hand. So the magic I'm able to do now is quite a step up. I suppose if I did simple spells such as that, like casting a bolt of fire, then it would probably not tire me out. But what I'm doing, the magic that I try to use is it's complicated, it's complex. The incantations must be spoken in a particular way, and they have They require concentration, a particular stance, form, if you will, and that draws on the mana within you. Using the weave is very tiresome sometimes. It's learning how to use certain phrases and motions to pluck the weave and get the result that you want. And it's even more so when you go into more complex magics, such as the spell where I'm able to cast the 3 firebolts. That's more or less a modification of the other spell in which I cast the 3 other bolts, but they're not on fire.
That is interesting how you seem to combine the two of them. That's
It,
something that's not I would see happen.
it took me some time. Honestly, it's a lot of it that's calculations. You have to think about it in a sort of mathematical way. The way you use the weave, you can get certain effects. And like I said, magic is very interesting in the fact that you can use it for whatever purpose you need.
Hmm.
You could likely reverse time if you are to that point, but the people that have tried that most likely are no longer with us. There are some
Yeah.
magics that are forbidden and for good reason.
The moment that I hear that, the only thing I can think is that there are consequences to such things.
Yes, for every action there is a consequence, a reaction, if you will. Nothing is taken without giving something in return.
Hence the drain on your vitality, so to speak.
Yes, for example, when you cast, like you just mentioned, casting simple spells over time will tax your stamina. So when you go into the higher magics, usually you're more adept or trained how to use the magic, but that's why you don't see younger wizards casting massive balls of fire.
Well, that is perhaps a good thing.
Well, that, and they likely might throw it at themselves on accident. It's one thing to use the magic, but there's another thing to control it.
Indeed. Although it does seem that you have to do it on purpose. I do as well, even though I have not done it in some time.
I agree. Every magic, I believe, is on purpose. There is something to it. I don't think there's a, at least to my knowledge, I don't think you can accidentally use magic or get an accidental effect unless you're on purpose trying to do that. But even then, that could be a whole mess of things.
Well, that could be a good thing, perhaps. Imagine just waking up in the morning, you stretch, and suddenly the entire room is on fire.
Exactly. That would be horrible.
Fortunately, I
every
do
tavern
not.
you wake up
in. Fortunately, I do not have such affinity for flame, so. Despite my appearance, honestly, it surprises me sometimes.
Yeah, I understand.
Speaking of which, now that you are done with that book, perhaps we can get started on getting you to defend yourself.
Sure. I think that would be good, actually. Something to rely on other than magic.
As well as focus your mind. Is a different kind of, how you say, focus. Is more reactions than planning ahead. Perhaps knowing both would help you very much.
I think I understand the sentiment, but like I said, I don't know how much damage I will be able to do. At least, perhaps defending myself could be the case.
Yes, that is why I'm planning on beginning with defending yourself, and then perhaps eventually how to harm others if you are up to it.
Sure, if it ever comes to that.
I know that you, so at the beginning you were very reluctant to hit anyone.
I didn't like it. It doesn't feel good to me anyway.
No.
I try not to hurt anyone that could be innocent or good, but they know that we come across. They're evil. They're not in the right mind. I believe they're being controlled in some way. And honestly, it feels more or less good, kind of, to put them down now, almost like it's like relieving them.
Perhaps if their mind is being affected, but I'm not sure that is the case.
Who knows?
With someone with such a unique anatomy, it's hard to even read them.
I suppose maybe I'm doing that just so that way I don't feel bad at the end of the day.
Perhaps. In which case, feel free. But
Thank you.
don't mind me. I am the type to wonder these things.
I've always kind of understood that.
Hmm. How have you been doing?
I'm okay. Just a little weary from the amount of travel we've had to go through. It seems like
Hmm.
that's all we've been doing lately. Just
It
traveling.
is. It's fortunate that we have so many people with us now.
I agree. But it also feels good to help some people.
I suppose. It's not something I'm used to.
You know, me neither, honestly. It's been a long time. I like helping people, but you know, where I'm from and everything that I've done, not many people need help. It feels nice sometimes to give aid when you can.
You come from a place of how you say it, prosperous.
Zadash, yes.
Hmm. I am the opposite. A place where there was no opportunity.
I suppose that's why you moved to Nicodronas, huh?
Hmm. I did not move there on purpose, no, but I'm here now, and it seems that I have done better for myself.
Either way, that's good. It's good news.
It is.
If
Very
anything,
good.
Nahon, I am glad to have met you, at least.
Hmm.
Despite all of our ventures together, and you seem to be one of the most genuine people I've met before.
Am I?
In my eyes, yes. I
Hmm.
can see you. You walk with a shroud of mystery and, I suppose, danger to you, but I can tell you have a good heart. As much as you would like to admit it, or would like to hide it, it's clear. You can see it.
Perhaps that is the tiefling side of me.
Perhaps. But, you know, I suppose that's how it is. I mean, if you're looking for the mysterious, dangerous image, your race of people are very good at that.
Certainly. Somehow I think, despite my appearance, Mayette is a bit more scary.
Oh, yes, Mayette is, I'll put it softly, terrifying to me.
Is she?
Yes, do you not? She freaks me out. The way she talks to me, she's like, gets in my face sometimes. It's just, I'm not used to it, you know?
Hmm. It
It's
seems
scary.
that perhaps simply because I've lived with the same thing, it is. I can see her better, but
Hmm.
it seems that she does not like people leaving her.
I agree. She does not like it, and then I'm the same way. I hate it.
Hmm.
Don't like it either. Feels like betrayal to me. A very different type of hurt.
I can understand that. Which is why I can ask again about that. How have you been doing? You cannot say it has not affected you, no?
It has, but I'm just trying to get by.
Hmm.
I say it does bother me. It bothers me quite a bit. Think about it every day. I think about the times that he and I spent together in Nicodronas. Lived with me for 3 or 4 months, and we shared so much time together. We spent almost every day in each other's company. I cooked for him. I cleaned the apartment. I I did everything that I thought a good friend should do. I did everything. I gave him
Hmm.
a room, a shelter, food. I asked him to do things for me from time to time, but I always gave him extra money so he could go to the tavern and get him an ale. I know he likes that, so I
Hmm.
always try to accommodate his needs and interests as well. You know, but I don't know. It
Which
just
means that there was nothing else you could have done. You did everything right, as far as I know.
I know. It's just it bothers me that I get it why he would want to see his fellow slayers. I understand the people in the group. He had familiarity with him, but he barely knew those people. He just knew them because of a
Hmm.
title, a simple organization that they claimed to be a part of, and then he just left.
Yes.
This doesn't make sense to me.
What surprises me is that just the night before he was thinking about and questioning and wondering. I could see it in his eyes. But then the next day He did not even seem certain when he left. He just seemed excited, and then he was gone. That is what surprises me. I expected him to come back.
I did too, to be honest. I thought when we were leaving the city that I was going to look back and he would be coming out of the gate telling us to wait for him.
Hmm.
But he wasn't.
I expected him to sit down in the car and talk to you and me about how he felt about the Slayers, but
I would have understood. I would have done what I could. Hell, we could even hop on a ship and go to Tadora and find some of his old friends before. I don't know, something. He didn't even know those people. He just knew them, like I said, because of an organization they were part of. I get it, they had an oath. They swore an oath to each other, but I just don't understand. What about his oath to us? His oath to me? The time that we spent together, this means nothing to us. Or to him. That's what it felt like, anyway.
Mulgur is a man of regret, I feel. And it seems that these days he cannot see past that.
I know. He used to speak of that quite often. When I would ask, he was very deep into his feelings about regret. And coming here to Nicodronas, he never felt like he was in his own place. Which I understand. I get it, like it would suck. It would be horrible losing your family in such a manner and then coming to Nicodronas completely on a crashed ship after finding your wife had moved on.
Hmm.
But in some capacity, you have to learn how to accept that. And I don't think he ever could lose the fact that he was a slave before. I don't think that's something that he was capable of
No.
releasing. I feel like that was, in his eyes, the only bit of stability he had left in his life.
Indeed. I did attempt to convince him, but it did not work, sadly. I saw the possibility in him, but he did not take it.
Dwarves are like that, Nihon. They're very stubborn. I lived with him for 3 months. Never changed once.
Well, now I know. But
In a way, Nihon, I hate his guts. I hate him. I hate him.
hmm,
I wish sometimes I could just wake up and find him dead, learn that he had passed away or been killed or something. But
triangle on yourself.
on the other hand, I love him. He was one of my only friends I've ever had in my life. And the fact that he was just so easily taken away from me by people he barely knew, I think that got to me. And I don't know. I usually don't lash out at people like that, but he struck something in me.
Betrayal.
Yes, betrayal. I'm no stranger to that.
Hmm.
I've seen it many times before, but this one, I don't know why, but this one hurt the most.
Perhaps it was because it was in different place. Not at the highest of highs, but the lowest of lows.
Perhaps. Just, I don't know. At least I have the rest of you. I hope this
Hmm.
group never disbands. I like everybody. Darminicus, he's a good man. He's a very good man. He's an amazing ranger. His abilities are uncanny.
I enjoy his company as well.
Lesia, she's scary, albeit, but she's useful. She's very strong, proud. She knows what she wants, and you can see that in her eye. Mayette, while she may be crazy at times, or sometimes a little kooky, wild, rambunctious,
She's a bit fun.
tricky, but she's also very nice. She's very sweet.
Caring.
Yes, caring. And you, like I said, you're very mysterious or dangerous, but I can also see that there's a good side in you. There's a good side in most people. I don't know though.
Perhaps. The question is whether they act on it or not.
Nahon, I think perhaps the one thing that keeps eating me up about this whole situation, I just can't help but shake it. I wonder if he regrets it. Do you think he sat up the nights that we have been gone and regretted the fact that he didn't come with us? I suppose it's something that I just can't get out of my head. I want to know.
I entertained that myself for a few days. thinking that we would just wake up one morning and he would be there, alive. In my case,
I don't want to see him. I just want to see him better.
with us.
Yes.
I do not know. Honestly, he could be, how you say, drunk on the fact that he is with his slayers again, or
That's
he could still be
probably
thinking
true.
about us.
Yeah, I just wonder, is he? What if he's locked up in a, as a dash cell, and after doing whatever he did? I just wonder, and
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
I do believe he's being used by them, but to what degree?
I know. It's something that I wonder too. He was so clouded by the fact that they were slayers that he never even thought to think about if the fact that they could be using him for better or worse.
Precisely.
I don't know. I just can't help but think that they're going to ruin him a lot of ways.
Despite his betrayal, you're still worried about him.
I am. I think about him often. I understand his slayer oath. I get all that. But there is a difference than
A bit quieter.
slaying. There's a difference in slaying monsters and other fiends.
Ah, 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 ah.
Jed just collapses back over after he got up.
Sorry. But
Did you treat him as a friend or something?
I don't know.
Or as-
Like I was saying, I suppose there's a difference than slaying monsters and other fiends that may need slaying. But going and what he did, which I can only assume is going and taking innocent lives, people that don't need it. He said he was going to a warehouse. For what reason? He was going to fight, I assume, human beings, people like you and me. That is not good to me. That is not what a slayer should be. Slayers slay fiends, beasts, other creatures of the
yes.
night, something that could destroy villages, not people, not human beings, innocents. They're using him. I hate that
Mhm.
feeling. I hate knowing that he's up there in the dash, either rotting away in the prison cell or being used to slaughter innocent lives.
You know, it's, I have learned that people are perhaps because of what they know and the empathy they have, could be the greatest and worst monsters. But I doubt that an entire warehouse with the people, if that is the case, are full of them.
I get what you mean. There are human beings. There are people that are evil. Plenty of them. In fact, the person that we're after right now, the man in the black robes, the necromancer, he is evil.
So
But
we see.
I would assume so. If you're dabbling in necromancy, then perhaps. But the people that Mulgore would perhaps be killing right now, maybe they're just confused. Think about it. If you have a gang of people that usually represents people that are lost, they don't know what else to do, so they find themselves wind up in criminal activity in gangs. And
They have nothing but that.
I agree. I just it doesn't make sense to me. It's not a slayer, in my opinion. And I know that I don't know much about him. I only know what he's told me. But from what he has said, slayers kill monsters, not people. I feel like that has to be a part of some code or something, the rule book. I don't know how it works, but I don't know. Perhaps they
Indeed.
brainwashed him.
I would hope not.
Yeah, that he's too stubborn for that.
Yes, if they finally come across something that he disagrees with, they will never be able to make it up.
True. That is true.
Which they may one day. But Mari, I've heard the way he talks about you, and the way he sees you. When I was watching you from a bit of a bad time to bring up, but holding you back from the burning building, I saw that look in his eyes, even though I was many feet away. I saw that look in his eyes. He does care about you, and he wants you to be happy and okay. He's a very confused individual, but what he did know is that you are kind and have a very strong moral compass, more than either of us. And I will be honest, and I will be selfish in saying that I wish to see more of that. I don't want you losing your way just because we fight gnolls instead of people. Because one thing, maybe one day, next thing you know, we will be fighting people.
I know.
And I don't want you losing you.
I appreciate that. But there is a lot that you don't know.
I am aware of that.
But either way, I appreciate the sentiment, the thought. I try to be as kind as I can. I don't know. I just want everybody to be kind. I want everybody to, you know, live happily. There's been so much grief and strife in the world. I've seen some of it firsthand. I wish everybody could be different, but there's always evil in the world. There's always the shadow. That's the enemy.
Always will be.
Oh well. Suppose it's just how life is.
I'd say it's more how people are.
People.
Shame that.
It is.
Well, training tomorrow.
Training,
Today.
sure. Later today, yes.
Yes.
When the rest wake up before we leave on the carts, we can do so.
Yes. Something very quick. Do not want to hold them up.
Yes, I agree. Either way, I believe our time on watch is up.
Hmm.
It's
Seems
going
to
to
pass so quickly.
kind of tired, so
We
let's
can
wake up
do-
whoever's next.
We can do the people in the last watch. That's alright. Because nothing much is going to happen the rest of the night.
Okay.
Unless they see something. Ooh, let us see.
Ooh.
Who was in the last watch? Was Lesia and Darminicus?
Yep,
Mhm.
both of us.
You two go ahead.
You're still gonna have to roll for me.
Do you want to help or what? I'm confused.
I'll do a separate roll because I get advantage on hearing
Okay.
Ah,
and smell anyway.
And I'm just gonna roll separate for myself just because of sight wise too. Is that fine?
Yes, no worries.
Ooh, nice.
No, I keep.
Ooh, hey, you still rolled for 21. That's okay.
You know what? I gotta stop doing that. Alright.
Oh.
Click on the normal.
You just
Like,
growl.
Alright.
God, like a bear over here, man. Oh,
Damn, bro. We stay above 20s.
hell yeah.
I guess. Just
Watch
fucking
say that. Now that you
Christ.
say that, we're
Oh,
going
no.
down.
But yeah, you guys hear and see nothing
I'm sorry for the background.
except for the continual traffic that is of tradesmen that is going to the Wayun or through the Wayun Gorge up to the north and through the south.
At this time of night, they're still moving.
Yeah, people are
Wow.
still going to keep on going. Some people they would have lights around their carts because around here, like you're at like around the basin there, probably about 30 miles away. There'd be some patrols of Crown's Guard still able to protect some of the tradesmen because they keep a pretty well stocked garrison at the Wayun gates. But yeah, you guys come across nothing out of the ordinary.
Besides a
Lesia.
beholder,
Lesia,
combat situation.
Lesia's just gonna
Sky music kicks in.
enjoy the quiet.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, Mia's just also just taking in the semi-silence of nothing really happening. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's still.
All right. You all enjoy the peaceful night that you guys have been out on. First, after a few nights on edge. And you all wake up well rested and ready to continue. Do you all continue? Or do you wish to do anything else?
Is it the next morning?
Yes.
We can say me and Nahone are doing a bit of practicing in the morning. Just general sword, like basics, I guess.
All right. Make me an attack roll.
A dagger?
Amari, with a dagger, and
it's more like I'm trying to instruct him how to dodge me.
Okay.
Although we could practice that by him trying to attack me. Yeah, let's go with that.
and
Sure.
then roll an intelligence check afterward.
Intelligent. Smart boy.
Nice.
So you guys are practicing and continuing, and you're feeling more and more in the understanding of what Nahone is showing you, kind of in terms of balance and like dodging and how the dagger goes.
Mhm.
And yeah, it is.
It's only because he's high.
And
I get it, man. I get it.
It's working pretty well.
So
You seem
So
to
I just
be
slash here and parry there? All right.
you seem to be. It just
Hey,
seems to
man.
be clicking in your head just way
got any
more this
bacon?
time.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. But he is high as fuck. No cap there. He is high as fuck. All the
I
time.
feel like I'd noticed something in his movements and the way
He's
he's moving.
yeah, he's a little bit more flowy, I guess. Before he's kind of like how do I guess like yeah, he's like more flowy in general with the way he walks and stuff. He has like an interesting gait to his step.
No,
Maybe-
definitely not.
Maybe not necessarily. Maybe it's not like you don't probably like. Maybe you don't necessarily notice like a drug effect, but he seems to be more
Yeah.
calm than before. Like, way more calm than how he usually is.
Question: does the drug have like a scent to it, or is it kind of odorless?
It's like a clear liquid. It's like
Like
drops underneath the
odorless?
tongue. I
Doesn't
guess
really
it's up
smell
to
like
Big
anything.
Red, I think.
It kind of has a piney odor.
I wouldn't really know what that is, so I was just curious.
Plus it might,
if-
since we're outside and everything,
Yeah, and
Mm.
you know,
and I'm keeping them hidden, so I'm only doing it whenever.
It's only a single drop. It's not like chugging it, so you wouldn't feel it on his breath either.
Yeah, it'd be pretty easy to conceal it.
Man, I wish like, I wish weed smelled piney. Imagine that. Sir, do you got marijuana in the car? No, no, that's just
Air
air
freshener?
Just air freshener.
air freshener.
Oh, natural pine? That's just some
Little-
Old Spice. What do you mean?
Natural pine.
Pine fresh. It's just some pine fresh. Just cleaned my car out.
Just complete
Car
coincidence.
smell.
So you're gonna have to step out of the vehicle.
What gives, man?
Off the
That
donkey.
is a clean
Off the
car.
donkey.
Put the air freshener on a donkey.
Dude, it's funny how you say that. That's what I call my car, because it just like has the colors of a donkey. So I've been like, yep, it's a donkey.
I thought he was
Sir,
talking about
are you
Luther.
aware that your donkey has been wagging its tail only to the left for the past 3 miles?
A donkey is a tail. What?
Huh?
Does have a tail.
Oh my god.
Officer, have you taken some of this shit?
Oh god. Alright.
Sorry, distraction.
Sorry.
And but you guys continue to practice, and everything goes well after that. After that, you all set on out. continuing your day's travel, passing through the Wayun gates, and you guys see the glorious spectacle of these very large stone gates that kind of reach up to the mountain's edge, and there's just garrisons of men just looking down at everybody passing through. And there also seems to be, from what you can tell, after you pass the Wayun gates, kind of making your way under, because they don't stop people, they don't really check, they kind of see if there's any suspicious looking activity, but since you guys look like normal travelers making your way, you all end up seeing a lot of Crown's Guard and Righteous Brand that are making their way up north, that through the Wayun Gorge.
So those are kingdom guards, yes?
Heading off for war.
I'm stares after them for a bit.
What are the
It
age
seem-
groups of the soldiers?
Right now it seems to be all ages. They seem to have called anybody who's in service or has been in service.
Yeah, it looks like they're grabbing anyone who they can. Those who can't fight.
Indeed. Come to think of it.
Not sure if it's desperation or is it being overprepared? Because then everyone knows how to fight. Who knows?
Perhaps both. Or simply desire to win.
You kind of see Oros just staring off.
The Empire's finest. We'll win that war. Stench Hashkins will seize the day. No, they'll all die.
Warfare seems needless. Why do we have to go to war with him anyway?
Things you won't understand.
Oh no, I do want to. I quite understand it. It's probably most likely the religious ideals and differences there. Also, the lack of territory in the Zorashian area. They probably don't like the marshes there and the desert lands and whatnot. They are likely trying to push into more usable territory. But it's just not working because, like I said, not only the religious ideals. If they conjoin the two empires, it would just be a big mix up there. So I mean, you can't really do that. And Amar just continues to go on.
He looks at you very stuck up, like,
The grin just gets
Well-
wider and wider.
Well, let us continue.
Amar just like calms down. He's like, yeah, okay, well, I made my point.
I would push you off of this cart.
You're talking to me?
Both of you.
Amar
No,
just-
please keep going. This is very entertaining.
Amar puts up his
You
hands. Like,
too.
I'm done.
and you all continue to travel. By then, you guys would continue to travel for another day, and at about another half day after that, you get to Nicodronas. So we'll just say you get to Nicodronas. You guys are now passing through
Hooray.
the gates, kind of seeing the stonework and such, and everything is very nicely detailed and such. And you can see Roseanne is very calm and everything, and then she starts to guide you, Lesia, towards where the Lord Bacchus is supposed to be at.
Alright, I follow her directions.
And as she's guiding you all make through the town and the city, and it is a big, diverse group, as there is folk that look very Middle Eastern coming in, and very and folk that look very conquistadorish and very piratish, and folk that look very Western and European. It is a very conglomerate, very mixed group of people here, as the trading is all over the place, and there is this large smell of spice and herbs. Nahon and Amari, again, it brings you both back to memories, and you guys are a little bit nervous once you all make your way through the Greek gates, but as soon as Oros kind of shows the guards kind of like who he is and such, they just let you all wave on by and without an issue.
So I have to say, of all the places in this empire, it seems this is one where I can fit in the best. This is saying much. I mean, look at them. Look at their outfits.
I agree. Nicodronas is a breeding grounds for cultural diversity anyway. It's a large city. There's many people around. You'll find someone of every race in Nicodronas. You know, I have seen a turtle man before. I don't quite remember the race of the name, or the name of the race, but I saw a man, he was a literal turtle. You know, I can't explain besides that. But either way, it was interesting. It was interesting, you know.
I would like to see one of these.
Me too, again. That was something.
Interesting. Wonder if my old place is still standing.
You used to live here?
Yes, I did.
How close?
Let me see. Not very close, actually, but on the city. I was at the southern end.
Yes, actually, me and Nahon met each other here in Nicodronas.
That's a bar. That was funny.
Yes.
Those memories start coming back to you both as you guys are sitting there, and then the fight comes back to your memory as well, and then sadly the aftermath as well.
The fact that I just slammed my gut into a railing, which I've told no one about.
Amar just kind of leans back with that stone in his hand that's like halfway finished right now. Or not halfway finished, it's like a quarter of the way finished. And he's just kind of like sliding his thumb over the top of it.
Okay.
So, did you say he was drinking?
Amari?
Yeah, a glass?
Oh, no. He has a rock in his hand.
Oh! Okay.
It's like a small portion of it, like maybe 25% of it is kind of covered in runes, different shapes and what.
He's adding googly eyes later.
It's my comfort rock.
It's gonna be named.
This
It's gonna
rock
be named
is
Mulgore
like me.
Jr.
His name is Rocky.
My God.
Mulgore Jr.
Mulgore
This way he'll never leave.
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh God.
He knew everything about stones.
I could tell you exactly where it's from.
I think there is an item where it actually is a rock, and when you throw it, it always comes back to you.
That's awesome.
I'd have to look at the item table, but I know
Oh,
it's
yeah, I think that's a weapon.
It
is a
sounds like one of
weapon,
them
yeah.
boomerangs that guy was trying to sell you.
No, this
Yeah,
is a
that's
rock.
good,
It's
isn't it?
better.
Magical rocks.
Yeah, it's just a rock.
I was trying to say magical boomerangs, and you just said no.
I wonder why you call
Huh?
it boom. It doesn't go boom. It just round kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Does it even hit anybody? Seems
Now
like
that I think about it, you're right. They don't really boom. They just go ring, 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 like you said.
Okay, so where is this Niles person that we're looking?
Yes, now his catch today. He's I've met him once before. I can contact him via the stone that I have if you want, and let him know.
Let us drop
Menagerie
them off first, and then we can meet up wherever he needs to.
Yes,
That
good
is
idea.
a good idea.
Alright, so we wait, it seems.
Yes.
And as Lesia, you continue on the path that Roseanne is taking you on. Roseanne is just talking it up as well, just kind of being like, "Oh, I just cannot wait till we get there. There'll be everything. There'll be payment for you all, bed and room if you all need to stay there for the night. They got plenty of space, just everything. It is a good place."
That is appreciated, but we are not quite sure of our plans right now.
Well, that helps. You're more than welcome. I'm sure Lord Bacchus would help. I think. And,
The Lord, did he happen to be part of any of the main families here? Would you happen to know?
yes, he's not part of the main marquee. However, he does hold a significant position of trade here.
Oh,
He is
right.
one of the richest people around. However, does not want to govern the city. It's very strange. He could if he wanted to, from what I've heard.
Mari kind of lets out a sigh of relief.
Seems like a humble man. No one just kind of glances towards Amari with a smile.
I agree.
Yeah, so we keep moving.
Yes, you all do. And as you're passing through the narrow streets, and kind of like goes up and down around in such a curvish pattern at times. But as soon as you guys get to this like kind of towards the upper part of the city, it's very nice. The houses and everything are very grand and illustrious, and you can just see this like walled property, but like the house that like it's sitting in is very beautiful for what you can see. It is very kind of empire-esque, but it's also very coastal at the same time. Everything is meant for the beach, kind of like, and the coastal weather as well. And as you all are approaching, you guys get to the gates, and Roseanne hops out, and so does Oros. Gets out and starts walking up, and two men that are on the other side of the gate look forward, and you guys can look through, and there seems to be men training in the yard, but they seem to be paying no mind except for the two at the gate. And Roseanne and Oros talk to the two men. They give nods and wave them in. They both come back to the carts and let you all in. And
All right.
and as you all enter through the gate, the courtyard, they kind of tell you where to park the carts and kind of bring them over. And a lot of the men are kind of, or you can see that there's this really tall, or he's not extremely tall, but this rather tall blonde man with actually no, this man has golden armor and this like face mask around his face and a shield, and it's very conquistadorish as well. It looks very much like the dude from Prince Caspian, the gold guy's armor. If you guys remember, King Miraz. It is that armor. You can see that he's just practicing with these two gentlemen with ease, just kind of fighting, or just kind of practice fighting with two men. And as like he just with ease just kind of beats them, kind of throwing them down to the side, almost with like a graceful manner. You can see his kind of stare look to you all, and he poises, and there's a continued stare, and then like another man walks over in the same kind of armor, but with no helmet, kind of puts his hand on his shoulder, whispers to him, and then he sheathes his weapon and walks up towards the mansion. The rest of you all are there in the courtyard. You all noticed that, who were paying attention and such, because it was pretty obvious. And you guys wait until a servant comes by and says, thank you. Lord Bacchus will be out in just a moment.
Or, or actually, I think he. Hold on. He just starts to run back. After
Is that the man in
after
the
he came
golden
up.
armor?
No,
That's
it was
not-
just
okay.
some servant.
Who's the man in the golden armor? Is he the one that's practicing over there in the training area?
He was, and then he walked away. But then there's another man in golden armor. That's
Okay.
that's
So
continuing.
that's like
to
the
train
general
with the
dress
men.
around here.
Yeah, some of the men are usually most of the men here are wearing golden armor. It is different armor than the Zalezos and
Okay.
other types of conquistador-ish armor that is around here.
Have I noticed them, like people in this kind of armor, walking around town or anything like it?
Make a intelligence roll, please.
All right.
Same with you, Amari.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, the gold
You
armor
both-
caught my attention.
You both have
Holy
it.
shiny.
You guys have seen like very many variations of these, but like you can tell that it's like his own, like this lord's. It is this lord's personal guard. That's what it is. That's what you can tell at least, because a lot of the men there, or a lot of the nobles there, will have their own guard and their own knighthood order. But as the servant kind of ran away, you see him kind of run out, and he kind of run. He runs just really quick. She's coming. Stay here. And he just like tries to catch his breath, and Oros is just like, what?
Take me to the restaurant, all right? Yes, sir. Over here.
It's like Roseanne just kind of shoos him off, and then they take him off inside the building. And as you guys are waiting there, you all see this man, this human man, about like 5'10". He has gray hair, short blackish gray hair. He's got a beard that's that has some gray in it as well. He's got a scar that goes from like the lower half of his eye on down. He's got a very hard face. He looks almost a little bit like Jeremy Irons in a way. And he kind of walks up. He's not. He looks like he was very strong in his youth, but he's not. He looks very old at the same, or he looks older than what he actually is almost. And he walks over, and the man with the golden armor and the face mask over is behind him, walking next to him. And the Lord Bacchus walks over. He has got kind of like a red garment with a gold chain around his neck.
Ah, Roseanne, come here.
Kind of gives Roseanne a hug.
Ah, Talion would be happy to see you. If only he was here. Sadly not.
Have you heard from him though?
No. However, where's your father?
He went over in the back. He said he had to use the restroom. He was holding it for quite a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Old fool.
He looks over at the rest of you all, kind of with a stern face.
And who might you all be?
I am Lesia of the Silver Vigil.
Ah, I see of the Silver Vigil. I've heard of you. You know people. Word has come way south. Tell
I
me,
am Amari de Stosia. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
ah, wait. Amari Distercia. You know a man named Niles Kestra?
Yes, actually. We've come to Nicodronas to meet him.
Kind of looks over at the servant boy.
Fetch the old bastard.
What? He's here? No.
Yes, he is. This is the place he convenes his.
Well, it seems us coming here with your loved ones is almost fate. Then
Ah,
We are
Seems to
people
be.
who happened upon them in the night soon enough to save their lives from a raid of goblins. We are very happy that we were able to do so.
This is very much appreciated. Do not think they would have been able to make it.
No.
Not with the conditions. And where's your husband, Roseanne?
He died right before they came.
I thank you all again. Indeed. Your name?
He kind of looks at you, Nahum.
Nahon.
Nahon.
Looks to you, Mayette.
You may call me Miss Rodbren.
Miss Rodbren. Bah. Tasted your family's wine. Delicious.
Thank.
And you? It looks over at you, Darminicus.
My name is Darminicus Duman. It's a pleasure.
Darminicus Duman. Pleasure. Thank you all again. I am Lord Bacchus. Lord Edward Bacchus. I have been a man of the Menagerie Coast for many a year. I've also been a man of the Empire for many a year. This is my personal guard. First in line, or not my first in line, but first captain of the guard. Sir Marcus Locke.
He kind of like steps aside and shows you the man right behind him. And describe yourself.
there he is.
Thank you. Okay, so
Hell yeah.
he's wearing his shiny armor, and it's spotless. And he takes his helmet off, and he's blonde. He's
How
blonde.
dare you not memorize the character's appearance?
He's blonde. He's in his early 30s, and he's a handsome guy, blue eyes, and his hair is just like perfect. Even if he has been out fighting, like his hair just sits perfect, and he's just looking at you with a hard look, just staring at you all. He bows a little slightly, and that's it.
Finest warrior I have. Yes. Other to your brother, Roseanne. And other than that, that old man, whoever he is. Well,
He kind of looks over to the other kind of servant that was over with, or he looks over to you, Locke, and says,
show them the insider. Get them comfortable. Show them a space to meet up with Kessler as well.
Right away, Lord. And he points towards a corridor. Right this way, please.
Or
Plus
will
he just-
follow.
Nods and follows.
He walks like
Follows
almost stiff, like ranked, his back is ranked, and he's walking like pride as he walks with his armor.
I'm just kind of like lean slowly over to Mari as they're walking, and the guy's back is to them and says, "Magic. His head is absolutely magic."
Yes. Look how coiffed it is.
I bet you it is magic.
Most likely. I'll have to ask him about that, actually.
I would not suggest it. Would be funny though.
I wish my hair could look like that every day. Mine's just messy all the time.
He takes you guys down an open corridor that goes through another little courtyard. It's open space and such. It's very much like kind of like that the Red Castle from Game of Thrones, where it's very open and such, and it's got wide and narrow things. But then there's view of the ocean as well. When you guys just sit in this kind of like dining area, you have just like this magnificent ocean view as you all just like as he kind of as you all kind of like notice that's where you're supposed to sit, and it's very private and very beautiful at the same time. And after you all kind of take your seats, some servants come bring by some snacks and drinks as well with some cups, and they walk on away.
Is everybody there? Like, including Roseanne and... Oh, no, her
No,
father's
they
not there.
will. No, they went off to go get their father and everything.
Okay.
Leslie's gonna help herself to some snacks.
So we're just in a waiting room right now, sort of, with this guy?
It is a main like dining hall.
Is there food beyond water?
Yes, yes.
Oh, cool.
What's
I'm
that
gonna-
big blue thing out there?
That is the ocean.
Huh.
It's known as the Lucidian.
You have not seen the ocean?
No?
You know, I was curious myself as
All
well.
water?
Mostly until you run into other continents.
And smaller lands, yes.
Yeah, or islands as well. There's
If you head
plenty of
all
them
the
out
way
there.
across there, you would reach Market.
Or Taldore as well. That's also another.
Can you go in the water? Like, that's a lot of water.
Yes, they have large ships that sail around. This is one of the largest trading ports in the south.
When you guys look out, you can see some ships just in the distance.
Can you swim in it?
Yes, sure, if you want to. but-
Marcus is looking at her now like,
Follow.
is this for real?
Is sea creatures though.
I'm going
Amari's gonna
swimming
turn
in
to-
it tomorrow.
Amari's gonna turn and look at the knight that's in front of him, or the guard, I guess. and says,
Incredible.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we got the chance to catch your name.
So Marcus Locke.
Yes. My name is Amari de Sturcia. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
So I've heard. You introduced yourself earlier.
Yes,
I'm
but this
gonna
is
make
more
sure
formal.
that your rooms are ready.
Just cut me off then.
He turns around and walks in to... is there like a building, or are they inside?
Feasting right below those bagels.
Oh, sorry.
You guys went through the courtyard inside. You didn't go through a building. You just went through another separate area to like an outside dining area.
Okay, so he wants to go in
What-
and make sure their rooms are ready.
Yeah, you go up and you find one of the head servants up around there.
What sort of snackage is there?
There is a lot of it is very Mediterranean based, and it is very simple, like some bread with cheese and some salami.
Leslie's gonna make herself a sandwich.
Olives as well with some other garnishes and meats.
Make that 2 sandwiches.
All right.
Interesting how once he leaves, it's interesting how welcome we are, eh?
They give us food. I like them.
Be sure the food tastes right. Yes.
I eat it.
Very right.
Oh boy.
And a servant walks over and comes to you, Amari. Are you Amari the stairs here?
Yes, I am.
Niles Kesra will meet you later this evening. He is busy. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. He says,
It's
but
okay.
he will call you over when he is at the ready.
Thank you. Dad knows that I am looking forward to seeing him.
He gives a nod and just walks away with super efficiency.
Gotcha.
Will you be visiting him alone?
It's a good question. I would assume not, considering that what we went through, we all shared the experience here. So, if anything, I will ask if it is possible if you would be able to come in this. But either way, this villa is very beautiful. I like it.
I'd like.
Also, Amari, just really quick. You got it, right?
It nods his head.
Okay.
Are our rooms ready? It's
I think the man, Marcus Locke, just went to go look.
You guys
Oh,
showed
good.
up about like late afternoon.
Okay, cool.
So like the sun is almost about not almost about to set, but like you can see it just like reflecting off the ocean and everything. It's casting this very nice view, very nice sunset glow. It is very, very beautiful. It's very nice and it's very cool. Like not cool. It's very warm now as you guys are in the coastal area and it's getting into the summer. But as you all wait a little longer, after you talked to the main housemaid, Sir Locke, do you head on back?
Yeah.
All right, you head on back, and you can see everybody kind of enjoying the view and enjoying the relaxation of the area.
Your
And the
chambers
food.
are. Sorry.
And the food.
Your chambers are ready.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's just looking at you. Right this way.
Okay.
I will. I'll swipe something off the table as we leave, and follow along.
Yeah,
Notably
it's
says nothing.
probably finished her sandwich, so she just she moves on, follows.
So he started showing you like it's like a corridor with rooms on the sides, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he starts showing you. He stops and points towards the rooms. Make yourself comfortable. You can choose the rooms you want. And if there's anything you need, just ask.
Will do.
Is
This
there
place. Sorry.
is there anywhere in this place we are not meant to go?
Just stay in your chambers. We'll call for you.
He nods.
Are they separate chambers, or like they get separate rooms entirely, or what?
Yes, they're separate rooms entirely. And they all are very beautiful, and they all have a view as well. It's very crazy.
Yes, I was just gonna ask that.
This place is very like resort-ish and very palace-y as well. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. And you can see a lot of the people here are very happy. They're very like cordial as well. And as you guys are like sitting in each space,
As you walk past, so Marcus, he's like observing all of you, see where you go, which room you take. He's just looking at you.
No one's eyes don't meet him.
Sorry?
I said no one's eyes don't. He doesn't look at him.
Yeah.
Although it might be a bit hard to tell because he doesn't really have irises.
Amari will, like, when he steps by, he'll kind of give a passing glance and a smile. That's about it. Just a friendly look, you know.
Leslie just gives a firm nod before picking her room.
Solok nods tiny bit.
Honestly, oh sorry. Honestly, it'll just be me sort of searching the rooms to see which one has the best view. You know, so you just see me opening doors and like, creak, 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 creak. This one.
As you guys find your perfect rooms.
Is there one that does not have a balcony?
No, they all do.
Oh, excellent.
First
they
one
they
that
all
Lesia
they all have a view.
picks the first one that she basically walks up to. Does not care.
You're like in the second story area, and there also seems that there's almost 5 stories, 5 separate levels, as well as like 2 little towers that kind of go to the sides of it. Hopefully. And as you all rest up for the night, that is where we have to end the session as well.
Alrighty.
As you all will be called for the meetings of everybody and such as
That
that.
is tonight, right?
Yes.
Okay.